Hi.
Hey, everybody.
Perfect.
Yep, I think it's perfect. Yay, I did it right. Lucky me.
Hey.
Hey, what up, fam? B.
So, welcome to Dumpset Christmas.
Oh, yeah, I'm bad at this.
You are so bad at this.
I am super bad at this. You know what? I'm just going to close it.
Good.
Oh,
I'm
gosh.
bad.
Anyway,
If chat comes back.
welcome to Monday night's Dumpstat Charisma plays Star Wars Fantasy Flight RPG. My name is Paul. I'm going to be your, whatever the equivalent of a Star Wars
Game
Dungeon
Master.
Game Master.
Game
thank you.
Master.
Yes.
GM.
GM for tonight's session. For Dumpstat Charisma's Hunt for the Ripper. You join us in the second leg of the adventure. That's our second session. And we'll go around the table real quick and do a quick introductions just to make sure you know what we all are and all that fun stuff.
My name is Dylan, and today I'm playing Cassius Telcontar. People call him Cass. He's a bounty hunter assassin, and a Claudite, which is a changeling, shape changer.
A weirdo.
Yeah. Well, he's also like a cold-blooded motherfucker. A killer.
So serious. Also a weirdo.
Quite the
Hello.
edgelord.
My name is Josh. I'm playing Rio Scion, a Pantoran investigator who is very squishy and doesn't do a lot of things besides 28 pieces of dirt and going, hey, that's a thing. So yeah, real useful.
You said it, not me.
My name's Robert. I'm playing Fur, who is a midget Wookiee. Albino midget Wookiee, who is essentially the opposite of Rio.
I
In the
believe
fact,
the politically correct term is Yeti.
yes, he is a midget Yeti. no, he is a Yeti. Not so much with the brain, a lot with the fists. That's Fur for you.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a chip on his shoulder. He's got a dog now named Spite. It's not.
Dog.
It's not a dog, but it's dog-like. Also, sorry we can't connect to the chat for some reason on our phone. So
Yes, we're sort of
chatless.
deaf to chat. Ah!
Yeah, deaf to chat, but still
So-
write stuff. I mean, for posterity.
Exactly.
Oh, I guess that's me.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Nick. I'm playing Sonata, who is a Kuzo Trailblazer. What?
Nothing.
Best not get distracted.
So my purpose here is pretty much to track and do a little bit of sniping, kind of get the job done no matter the cost. Kind of.
Perfect. Well, so a brief recap: the party is the remainder of a mercenary group that was gathered and trained by an enigmatic figure named Ghost, a human with a checkered past and a lot of problems. While he was riddled with a number of personal issues, he always took care of the party. However, after one particularly bloody, shattering loss of a mission, he went up and abandoned the group. He said he just couldn't take it anymore, and he walked away. The party, while struggling to make a living as mercs, received a post-mortem message for Ghost some months later informing him that he was dead and was offering a substantial bounty on whoever was responsible for his death, which included a life insurance claim of $100,000 and codes to his personal ship, which the party has not seen or knows nothing about. The party followed coordinates to them left by Ghost to a relatively unknown sector of space hidden away by a caustic nebula, and is currently in the middle of a corporate sector authority colonization rush. So lots of expansion, lots of settlers, lots of fresh frontiers. So they were specifically led to the gate world of Imperia, the first planet that you reach upon entering the nebula. Through their investigation, the party began uncovering details of Ghost's life and death simultaneously. Meeting up with the Droll, basically a small anthropomorphic rodent creature who went by the name of Chacky, which they later found out was actually Braxis, a past character, that he was a medical officer reviewing Ghost's death, and that he believed that Ghost to be a victim of a serial killer people were calling the Imperia Ripper. a killer who is known for taking the body parts of his victims. Unable to help the party directly, he directed the group to Zeke, another former companion of our missing Cleaver, past party member. And he offered to shed some more information about Ghost life in exchange for taking care of some pesky gangers, which the party did quite quickly and quite efficiently because they're good at their job.
Maybe.
After that, the party got wrapped up in the Obsidian Agenda, which is a mercenary hideout / service station. Basically, you go there to get whatever you need for their particular type of work. There they found out that Ghost had a friend by the name of Gizka, who was one of the servers there, who has recently gone missing. And in order to find out more about Ghost, seeing as he was one of the only people that knew about him, they went to go find him. Along the way, they paired up with one of Gizka's friends, Rox, a Trandoshan ganger, and they tracked him down to a crime lord's hideout up in a sort of slummy habitat. After a pretty bloody battle that nearly brought the place down and required... sorry, lost my spot. Required a... oh, shoot. Anyway, so it was a hard-fought battle, and the party eventually found Gizka and realized that he had been tortured for days, and agreed to take him back to the Obsidian Agenda, where he would receive medical treatment.
So took the torturer there to receive the opposite of medical treatment.
Yes, the torturer is basically, while still alive, maybe, is pretty much written out of the story at this point, because he is... You don't mess with the Obsidian Agenda. Anyway, Gizka mentioned that he had been on a mission to retrieve some gems from the hideout before he'd been captured. Also on the way, the party had found a small... spiny, it's called a Drakenhound, a pup, after they basically killed its entire family in self-defense. They decided to bring that with them despite the fact that it was trying to eat them alive, and they returned to the Obsidian Agenda, where they received full membership due to their past deeds. Membership included access to an underground facility that had a market full of shops and services and hideaway spots for all of its members. The party was debating on what to do when Praetor, the Obsidian Agenda's bodyguard and protector, decided to go a little one-on-one with Fur, because Fur and her had originally had a quick arm wrestling match that ended in Fur's favor. And then that sparring match didn't have a conclusive end because after...
She bitched out.
They went toe-to-toe for a while. She went all out for a round or two, couldn't knock Fur down, and decided that, you know what, this fight is more to be savored in a more public venue, and decided to give him a card to a place called the Starfall Stadium.
She's an exhibitionist.
All about that money.
Yeah. She enjoys the fight. Fort. Party was deciding what to do next when they decided to call it a night. And that's where we're coming back to. As you can tell, we are a member down. We are missing Bjorn Cleaver, one of our Wookiees. No one knows what he is or what he does. He's just kind of there. He's got a big axe, but he doesn't really use it that often.
He likes to ask people questions.
He's a damaged soul. That's what we know.
Right. He is a damaged soul.
That's what we call a drug addict.
Yes. He has, much like Ghost, his own substance issues. So, the party went to bed. Some of them were able to rent rooms, while others were able to rent bunks, or borrow bunks, because there's free bunks to use. And they had gone down for the night. At some point in the middle of the night, the people who are down in the bunk area can roll an average perception check.
Ooh, I'm in the bunk area. I'm in the bunk area.
The only person
I'm
that's not in
not.
the bunk area is you.
No, I have my own room.
Yeah.
Because I'm not some scrub.
And you rearrange the whole thing.
I did, yeah. I did do that. Alright.
Can I get 3 green?
Let him roll first.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not going to roll till he's done.
Is there difficulty?
Yeah, average.
Average.
Meh. Yeah, do a thing.
You do a thing.
2 success.
Just 2 success? Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
Thank you, sir. I also do a thing. Success and advantage.
Nice.
I'm also going to try.
Might as well.
Why not?
All
Do it.
Succeed.
You fail.
No,
Oh.
no,
Triumph.
I don't.
Fur,
Failure with 1 advantage and triumph.
is there anything you would like to do with your triumph other than perceive?
Go back to sleep, maybe?
I'd like to have a wicked dream where I'm beating the crap out of Praetor.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So you are so deep into your dream, mostly because so deep.
So deep.
Put
So
Praetor to sleep. You are deep in your sleep because you are so exhausted after your sparring match that even though it was only a couple minutes, it was enough to leave you winded, but you really thoroughly enjoyed it. But now you're sleeping it off.
Sometimes a couple minutes is all you need.
Right. Exactly. Anyway, so those who succeeded on their perception checks are awoken to the sound of what they believe to be a chorus of screams.
Great. The
Damn.
dog got out.
Terrible, awful, horrendous, grotesque screaming.
So I'm going to grab my rifle, check it, and make sure it's loaded, and go investigate the scream. Do I notice that he's awake?
It's up to whatever he does.
Nope.
No.
Just pulls the blankets over his bucket.
No, I let you go. There you go.
Okay.
It's probably not going to be anything, and I slowly get up and...
All right. So you guys don't get very far in your investigation because as you kind of get up and take stock of things, you notice that as soon as you're conscious and you're up and you're moving around, the screaming fades and becomes sort of like a moaning sound.
It's just someone having a good night. Why are you waking me up?
I don't wake you up. You woke up yourself. Go back to bed. I'm going to continue in bed.
Across the room from you at a bunk, you notice a familiar figure standing where Cleaver would be laying, or is laying, but is Gizka, who is very concernedly not exactly looking at him because he doesn't have eyes, but looking down at Cleaver.
Is Cleaver the one making the screaming? And
Cleaver is moaning as if in pain. However, you can't find a source for where the screaming was coming from.
Oh boy, remember the last time Cleaver had fucking
oh,
druggy
Jesus
dreams?
Christ, he destroyed a room and he slept in a bunk. He killed somebody.
He didn't kill anybody.
Uh,
He tore Praetor's jacket.
No. Now he's killed someone. Because before he was in a room by himself. This time he was in a bunk with a bunch of other people.
Better not have been my dog.
Oh, but what's your dog?
The dog is in the
That dog seems
the
amazing.
kennel that you left it in.
Right.
Ain't nobody effing with Spite, man.
Soon
Bite
enough,
them.
soon enough, that dog's been sleeping on my bunk at my feet.
You know, you're probably the only person who probably could sleep with him in your bunk because he is made of broken glass.
And if he bites you, you just be like, oh.
Oh, love bye.
You didn't press my soak.
That's a bit finger.
No
No fur on your fingers.
Alright, so I find that I'm gonna, like, you got him, at
Who?
least.
Who?
Cleaver is the source of at least one of the sounds. I'm gonna go see if I can find where the screaming was coming from.
Okay, go investigate nothing. I'll be right here.
Thank you. Move on.
Okay, so is Cleaver clutching anything?
He is sort of writhing in his bedding. Does not appear to be clutching anything. However, do a hard perception check.
Oh god, it's Ponfar.
Oh god, Wookiee Ponfar is the worst.
What?
Ponfar is a Star Trek reference where Vulcans every 7 years either have to kill someone or mate with someone.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's 4 success.
Nice. It is so faint you almost don't catch it. However, there seems to be a red glow somehow mixed in with him in his bedding.
Oh god. That can't be good.
What's
If
the
only
matter?
you were here to say that for us.
I'm gonna go up to Gitsuke and be like, so what's going on?
I'm trying to figure it out, but he's fighting some kind of a battle.
Yes, he's a drug addict. Of course he is.
This is deeper than the physical.
Okay.
It's as if his soul is fighting with itself.
Okay. Did he get drugs from that wolf man? Again?
I don't want to school today.
Oh, Dapper, no. I don't think he's allowed to anymore.
He's never stopped him before.
Probably not.
Alright. If he clutches me and I start convulsing, wake Fur up.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and see if I can find this red glow.
All of a sudden, does Gitsuke even know who we are? Like, we've never talked to him.
You've never talked to him directly, no.
Wake Fur up. Alright, I'm going to assume that's the carpet.
I'm in a sleepy state. I don't know this.
He doesn't question the directive, so
Good.
So you begin sort of kind of like pulling on the blankets
Right.
to try to dig down to get where he's all like,
Right.
and do a your choice of acrobatics, athletics, or anything of that nature. It's going to be a average check.
Doesn't matter, man.
It really doesn't.
Just do it.
Whatever you
Yep.
think is good for reaction.
Athletics it is. I do a thing.
Okay.
And success.
So you begin pulling the blankets away and kind of digging down, and suddenly Cleaver swipes outwards, and you're able to just duck under it and avoid the blow. And you kind of go back in for it again, and you can just notice him starting to thrash and thrash and thrash. However, the thrashing motion plus your efforts have sort of like uncovered him from the blankets that he's been tangled in, and you notice around his neck is a small pearl glowing the faintest of red.
What the fuck is that?
Who? I'm gonna try to take it off. I'm gonna try to.
As soon as you reach for it, Gizka's hand shoots out like a viper and snags your head. Don't!
Okay, you can't be playing two sides of this coin.
It's
hurting him. He's having a battle, but you don't want me to stop it.
I'm not sure that is what is responsible. I believe.
Okay, that's the only thing that makes sense, though, because there's nothing else unless you've poisoned him.
No.
Okay, and he's taken no drugs, right?
As far
that
as
you
I
know
can
of.
tell,
Okay.
not recently.
And this glowing rock
Is acting as a conduit
for
his internal struggle. The energy.
Is this your doing?
No.
Okay,
It
then.
was just drawn here. If you want, I can try to separate it from him, but it could be dangerous.
Okay, so it sounds like you're somehow an expert on this. What? So how long do these last? What I mean,
I
like.
have no idea. Don't
Okay.
give me too much credit.
I like
Okay.
to imagine that Rio just picks up papers every now and again and just does this. just to get his point
He's like
across.
talking to this guy, he just turns around, goes over to the table, finds some random paper straight and tosses it, marches back and says, "Alright."
Alright, you're an expert. Okay.
If you'd like, you can try, but I definitely think that there's a danger associated with this.
Do you know of what danger this is?
Well, whatever is affecting him is doing so adversely, and I'm afraid that the conduit would channel that into you. If you're willing to take the risk, or if you're willing for me to take the risk, I can try and we can see if it'll help.
Hold on. And I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna kick Fur awake.
Ah! Fuck you, Praetor!
Hey! I need you to come remove something off of Cleaver.
I don't know if he's the right one for
I
this.
don't. What do you mean? Who's the right one?
What do you mean?
People with
Cleaver's
the same
being hurt by some
positive charge.
some gem.
Somebody with a positive charge? Are you saying I'm a negative person?
I'm saying that you are neutral.
Are you calling me short?
I don't think that's what I said at all. Also, I can't see how tall you are, so I would.
But you can hear where my voice is projecting from, can't you?
I mean, I guess.
This is what happens when you wake people up in the middle of the night. Listen, I get
Rio,
ornery.
what do you need me to do?
make sure I don't die.
I'm not a healer. That's terrible advice.
Just pull me out, man. And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna reach for it. I'm gonna try to.
I would
Hashtag
like you,
messing with Sasquatch.
Yep.
Yes, messing with Sasquatch. I'd like you to make a hard resilience, discipline, or let's see, what would be
Vigilance.
no. This is your ability to resist something.
I'll take discipline then.
Okay, discipline it is hard.
All right.
Resilience for the body. Discipline.
Hey,
for
No
the
Eyes, what's going on?
I'm not sure, Shorty.
Ooh.
Oh,
Hey!
hashtag shots fired.
1 success, 2 threat.
All right.
I'm starting to regret saving you. You're gonna call me short every second.
So before Gizga can respond to your sass, you grab onto the pearl and you feel like a bolt of lightning race through you of just hot garbage. Like it feels disgusting and perverse.
It feels
as
like
you-
being a Portland Timbers fan.
and you suddenly feel yourself falling, not just back, but almost as if you're going through the ground itself.
Oh,
Yep.
I know these trips. Here we go, boys.
And you smack down onto the ground.
No, I would
and
catch
you
him.
find yourself in
Are you gonna catch
unfamiliar
me?
territory.
I would like to trust fall, catch him.
I will pause you for just a second.
You've been paused, sir.
No movement for you. No, you're paused. Quit moving.
You fall into a pile of crates in unfamiliar territory.
Oh shit. Okay.
Ship. You're so dead.
What the fuck?
Coop's gonna kill you.
There's a slowly building sound in the back of your mind as you try to regain your bearings, and it's almost numb to the sound. Like you can't hear the sound,
Right.
but it's like a building migraine, and it's getting worse. And you kind of take your stock of the area that you're in, and you find that you're in somewhat of a cargo bay, small, compact. There's wreckage everywhere, refuse. You see claw marks all over the walls, and you see a pretty hefty amount of blood everywhere.
So this is where I have come to die. Great.
In the pile of the room, you notice the skeletal remains of a giant robot.
Oh. So he wasn't crazy. Or I'm crazy. Oh god. Well,
And that's about the time that you start hearing the heaving coming from the corner. There's a dark mass huddled, trembling in the corner, breathing a ragged, like continuous whine of growls.
Cleaver. Oi.
Doesn't appear to be any reaction.
I'm gonna pick up like a piece of the robot and I'm gonna like slide it on the ground. And I just want to have enough force behind it that it just taps into the body. Like into
It taps, and then
Yeah.
it has this weird, like, vibration to it, but then it settles. But there's no reaction. It gets a stick, pokes it.
Right. Is there like any? There's big skeletal remains, right?
Oh, a rope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there any pieces that I could use as like a shield?
There are probably enough plates that have been rended from it
Yeah.
that you think you could probably... It's not going to be great, but you could think of something.
Okay. I want to make a shield.
Okay. You move up to the robot, and
Yeah.
you grab onto it, and you kind of, like, pull it like this, and suddenly it leaps to life at you in your face and clenches down on you.
Oh god.
And you find yourself falling into Fur's arms.
Hello.
I'm gonna put you back on your feet.
You are sweating profusely.
As I am right now.
Yes.
Did you have a night terror?
So you remember?
No.
Okay.
Probably, maybe.
Probably
It's
not.
early.
As you begin to kind of repossess your thought, the numbness in your ears goes away, but just kind of like as if the echo you're hearing throughout your mind is that same screaming that woke you up.
Cleaver's not crazy.
Okay, what does that mean?
So you know that the robot.
Okay, I'm
And
familiar with droids.
You know. You remember what the last time he was talking about the cargo hold and the robot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Following.
Apparently, that I was there.
What did he say about it?
Huh?
What did he say about this place?
What did he say about it?
I don't remember.
Hmm?
Have I found anything or
No,
back
the
in?
area is clear. It's exactly as you remembered it. It's very it's getting close to morning, so
Let me know when I get back then.
yeah, you can come back. This is you didn't go far. It's not a big place.
He knows it's some sort of like recurring night terror. that he has.
Wasn't that like his old ship? Didn't he say that?
I think so.
Hey,
Wait,
so
you
not
didn't
a-
wake up and talk about it again?
No,
No,
I,
He
I went into a
Experienced it.
yeah.
Oh.
Hey,
So what did you do then?
I touched it.
The red thing.
And when you go like this and you point, you actually see strings hanging down from your hands.
That's weird.
For
Yeah.
hit me.
Okay. I'm just gonna cock pack and
Yeah.
open palm to the side of the head.
You get open-handed clocked by a Wookiee.
Good.
Gizka kind of like looks around and is like, "Why did you do that?"
What are
I'm
those?
seeing things.
Do
No.
we all see it?
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh, it's not just.
You open your hand and you drop what appears to be a small spherical object tied in a leather string, and it bounces onto the
Is
ground.
it the same thing, or
Yeah.
is it not on him anymore?
Yeah, he was carrying it.
Oh, you have it now.
He had it.
That thing.
It's on the
Yeah.
ground now.
Try to pick it up by the string.
Okay, you do so.
Okay. Can I try to identify what it is?
That's gonna be a hard lore check.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Can I get 2 greens and 3 purples, please?
Oh, doggo.
I'm pretty certain that I know what it is.
I'm gonna
What?
give you a boost because of who you are.
And what you do is fail. No.
Ah, nope. Dead even. Nothing.
Damn.
Nothing remains.
You think it's a trophy of some sort, the way that, from what you know of a cleaver,
Yeah, why would you
And-
keep one trophy?
it's weird.
That is weird. Let's take
do
it
you
back
want
to the draw. I'm gonna tie it on my belt.
Are we okay just taking cleaver stuff like that?
Are we positive that this was causing that?
As
Well, I'm not
Causing what?
100% sure.
Is he still convulsing?
No, he has stopped convulsing.
Oh.
However, the object is no longer glowing.
Right.
And
Well, if we deduce that the ailment that Cleaver had was that, because he has now stopped,
which I don't think it was.
What do you think
Oh.
it was?
the expert is here. The one we saved. He knows must know everything about this thing.
Oh, right. Gizka.
Gizka bows his head like,
Right.
Apologies for being rude, but can you express to me things that would make Praetor upset?
wait, what?
Fur. This is not the time nor the place for this.
Would you please think about that question and answer it at a later date? I need answers.
I'm not sure what he's trying to do with Praetor anymore.
Anyway, getting back to this guy's life's work on this dumb gym.
How does he have a life's work on it? He just saw it for the first time, right?
It's a fucking.
Hey, what do you know, bro?
I don't know what's causing the problem, but I believe that it is internal.
Like inside of him?
Yeah, I think there is something broken or perhaps sick that goes beyond the physical.
Like mental?
Didn't he
I
used to
believe that
travel with, like, some Force users? Like, spiritual folk?
Yeah, I suppose. Are you saying that we should reach out to them?
I'm saying that that might be what he's talking about.
What are you talking about?
I wish I had more answers for you. I'm sorry. I think that may have exacerbated the situation, but I don't think it was what it caused it.
Got a lot of thoughts. Not
So
a lot
why
of
are
information.
hold up? Why are you here?
I
Were you
wanna-
like called here?
Yeah, apparently he was.
Switch
He
gears
was.
on him real quick here.
Yeah, he
'cause
was
I just-
I already
Called.
tried that. And everybody else
Definitely.
nixed it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it a different way though. What are the gems for?
Which gems?
Like,
He's gonna like listen, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, did you get those from
Yes.
Quada's
Yeah.
place?" Oh, thank goodness. I was afraid that I wasn't gonna be able to turn the mission in. I had a job to retrieve those for Van Hoist.
Who the fuck is that?
who is that, and why does he want this many credits worth of gems?
He's a local fixer. Basically, he gets jobs from people and anonymously supplies them to working people, like I assume you, and you then he basically facilitates contracts.
This guy's like high tier though, because he sent you after our crime lord for a bag of money, basically.
He didn't tell me what it was for, but yes.
So he didn't like you.
We need to get with this guy. What? Nah, I'm gonna be super rude here. What's the job pay? Like you can have him, but what's it pay?
Well, the job was only going to pay about $1,500, but it's no longer reasonable. Or it's
Why not?
expired.
Why is it expired? Why does it? Why?
So we can keep him.
yeah, that's
Well,
what.
I mean, I'd like to give them to
But you're not
Van
gonna get.
Hoist.
You're not gonna get paid for
But
it.
he's not gonna pay us,
No,
or you rather.
I
So
can't
anybody.
afford that.
So what would be the point?
Why would we
Turn it in.
turn in a bounty that's expired?
Just to keep the contract. I mean, I'm not going to get paid for it, but
That's not a contract if only one side upholds it.
well,
Either he has to pay you, or he voids his end too.
no, there was a time limit for how long I could do the mission by.
So now he's accepted the fact that it's not coming.
Yeah, so the mission is a failure.
So he
Which
won't.
means he'll either assign it to someone else because he doesn't know we have them,
Hmm.
or
Well, wouldn't
It's
by
off
that
the
same
market.
virtue,
Or
wouldn't
he's
you
drinking
rather?
champagne because the guy he wanted dead is dead.
that's true. He might have just wanted the man dead.
I meant him.
Oh,
Him?
Yeah.
That?
yeah, that's not.
Is there-
Yeah, that's not.
Is there a question?
I'm gonna
wrapped
set
up in
these
that?
down. Why would Van want you dead?
He doesn't.
You sure?
Why
about
would
that?
he send you after a crime lord by yourself?
I took the job myself. It was an open contract that I took.
Why did you want to commit suicide?
I didn't. I just really didn't like Quaddle.
So you
Oh,
thought?
One
Sure,
man.
one
take
man,
down Crown
yeah.
Lord.
Good news.
Well, he's dead.
I thought I had the advantage.
Of what?
How?
What went wrong?
Can you give us the even betters?
A couple things in my plan fell through. It was just a lot of really bad luck. My order for bait didn't get filled in time for me to get there.
Bait? We pick up your
Oh
order for
man,
bait.
we have that. That smells real rank right now too.
No, you set that somewhere a long time ago. And
Okay, we left it at the restaurant. I bet we left it at that restaurant.
Hey, they may have made the morning
you
special.
literally
with it.
gave it to
Rocks, who probably left it
who
at
sat
the
there
restaurant.
holding like a baker's dozens of Nerf entrails, and you're like,
Oh, shit,
"Fuck, hold that."
that
And he's like,
Oh,
so that got lost a long time ago.
Fucking Trandoshans.
oh, we had that.
We paid credits for that.
No, we
Yeah,
didn't.
so that was for the Drakenhounds.
I didn't pay that at all.
Oh,
Like they just gave it to me.
oh good.
Yeah, we killed them.
Joke's on you. You just
The mayor.
What?
We thought it was food for the mayor.
Mayor Blubbs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know about him?
Well,
Yeah.
we went looking for you.
doesn't.
Not a
We're
lot of people.
kind
actually.
of good at
Actually.
our job.
Shockingly.
Shockingly.
I can see that.
Can you though?
It's a joke.
At your own expense.
You know?
Just making sure we're all on the same page.
I
Okay.
wouldn't know, seeing as I can't read.
No, you can read, like with your fingers, right?
Braille.
No.
Does
So you're just-
Why not?
Illiterate?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Audiobooks.
Yes, lots and lots of
Audiobooks.
That explains why there are so many
Well
audio
read,
recordings.
but illiterate.
Yes.
Oh, that's the best.
All right, so What were we talking about?
I'm not sure. There was a lot of.
There was
topics that
another
we cycled
thing
through.
that I didn't quite understand that Quaddle had.
I think we started with your friend here, and then your friend's possessions, and then we went from the friend's possessions to me, and then from me to Quaddle.
We've got the timeline.
Right, that reminds me. So about Praetor.
Fur.
Not
Fur.
When is the time?
Fur over breakfast.
Over
When
breakfast.
you order your big bowl of grits,
No.
and
I figured out how to order breakfast.
oh yeah,
It's all about in the enunciation.
fast.
No. See, I think that's what I did the first time.
You can
You're
order.
gonna get
You
a
can
bowl.
order the
If you
word
pay-
breakfast all the time.
How many credits did you pay them last time?
He's just gonna shout breakfast with an accent at the lady.
10.
Breakfast.
And they brought you something other than
Put
grits?
some correct
Yeah.
emphasis
Well, yeah,
on those right
Paid them
syllables.
for
You
something
look-
other than grits.
That's not how that works. I like your train of thought, but I don't think that's how this community works. I think tomorrow I'm going to try ordering brekkie and see if that turns up good.
You're gonna get grits.
You actually might get some bugs.
I'm hoping for
Something
some-
dumb.
Give me some brekkie, bitch. Throws 1 credit at her.
There's a whole shit.
So,
Hoping for some avocado toast.
Gizka's like listening
So,
to this. and
anyway,
his
we
head is
we
just-
found a bunch of other items, and we weren't quite sure what was yours, and we thought it would be kind of poor taste to try and
What did you
fix
find?
We
your
sold
own
it all.
shit.
No, we didn't.
Well, we got this long-range comm.
He's
which
in a
is kinda
joking
nice.
mood. I thought we would
Oh,
joke.
No, that's not mine.
There were some computer parts.
No,
There's this bag.
that's
We found
was
some-
for Von
We
Horst.
found some art and some jewelry.
No,
Doesn't
did
sound
you
like
did
his.
you happen to find a gauntlet?
And a really weird pipe.
Oh, that's not a pipe.
What is it?
It's a hilt.
Of?
Oh.
Of a training saber.
Okay, why would you have that?
The same reason why you would have a gauntlet
Gizko-
with this symbol
Gizko
on it.
holds out his hand for it.
Hand him the pipe
Okay.
and the gauntlet.
He goes like this. He flicks a switch and then he ignites it, and a long blue blade suddenly pops into existence. And then he flips it again, and 2 smaller blades come out the end.
Rio is going to reach for his blaster pistol and put it to his head.
It's what?
Yeah.
To Gizka?
Yeah, I'm gonna do this.
It's just a
Yeah.
training saber.
Put it down.
It's gonna.
Oh, okay.
It immediately goes away.
We're not doing that? Okay.
Rio, we're not far enough into Imperial space for Jedi to be worth any money.
I don't think he's a Jedi.
He's training. It's a training saber.
Are you a Padawan or a...
I think
The other
Which
thing.
means there's somebody else here.
Who else is here? What are you talking about?
If he's training,
Sure.
someone's teaching.
That's fairly astute.
Yeah. Okay, here's your glove.
I think it's called
He
the
reaches
gauntlet.
out for it and lets you put it into his hand,
Yeah.
and he immediately pulls it to his chest. He kind of holds the hilt still out like it's, just the cause of having a blaster shoved to his head.
Just put the weird pipe.
All right,
away.
so now that you've got what you
we're gonna
want,
keep calling it a pipe.
what can you tell me
Okay.
about Praetor?
It's not actually mine, but
Whose is it? Why are you a thief?
I think you just
for you're asking the
you
important
killed
questions.
somebody and took this from his house, and you're calling me a thief.
That's
Wait
looting.
a
It's
minute.
different.
Wait a minute. Hold on a moment. So you're saying he was
I'm just saying that's kind of a baseless accusation.
your reaction to it is the base of our
Okay.
accusation. Your reaction was not, oh yeah, I went hunting this Jedi and I couldn't kill him and he caught me. And then he tortured me, which isn't a thing that they do, and well, at least that I'm aware of.
They do.
Do they?
No, they don't.
I see what you did there.
Got him.
Sure they don't.
So,
You can't see me wink at you. I'm gonna muddle that under my breath.
so either that, or like you're just really good at reacting like things were yours.
No, they belong to someone I cared about.
Who?
Or at least this did. He holds up the glove. This
Who?
was on loan.
Who?
Somebody who took care of me when I was young.
Okay, you care
Are
to
they
extrapolate.
still there?
Do they have a name?
Are you sure?
It doesn't matter.
It always matters.
They're gone.
Doesn't matter.
There's still
I
a
thought you
drug
said it
dealer there
always
we can go
matters.
No, that's
meet
what I'm
for
saying.
information.
It doesn't matter that they're gone.
Hmm.
It does matter what their name was.
Hmm.
What?
Can we go get
The name. Hey, you know what? You guys continue this. I feel like I'm hindering. I'm gonna go
Sleep?
get Cass.
Sophorus.
Okay.
Her name is Sophorus.
Sophorus.
What happened?
She tried to work with people like Waddle, and they turned on her. She was trying to make the area a better place, and she thought she had allies, and they turned on her.
When Fur turns to leave the room, can I just be leaning in the doorway?
Yes. Yes. Absolutely yes.
Oh fuck! When did you get here, man?
Only a couple minutes ago.
Hey,
You should be like.
we're talking to Gitska. He saw Cleaver having a fever dream, and Rio intervened and also had a fever dream. And
Yeah, it's all real, man.
I think you're next.
The blow,
I'm gonna untie
The blow,
the
the
pearl
women,
from my
destructive
my
crates,
waist.
the robot, all real.
Hmm.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go ahead and untie the pearl and like toss it at Cass. Do you know anything about that? Yeah, no fever dream. See?
Nope.
So he's not next. So that must mean it's me. Here, hand it up.
Nope.
Well, I think we got. It's got to be like Cleaver's got to sleep with it, and then
I'm gonna put it back
Charges.
on Cleaver's neck as carefully as.
No
No.
reaction.
Okay.
In
good.
fact,
I'm just gonna go ahead and put it back and just like
we're
pat
really
him. and be
worried
like,
at just
"There
how
you go."
comatose Cleaver's looking.
We're gonna need medical attention.
yeah, especially when you fight Praetor.
All right. Let's tell the medic about Cleaver's coma and that he's on drugs. And let's get some breakfast.
We don't know if he's on drugs. We didn't find
Fuck
any.
yeah.
Can,
Brett,
we can
he's
we
on
can
drugs.
He's on
absolutely
drugs,
assume
that's
that he's on drugs.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we want to do about? Do you want to look up and see if this bounty is still? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start. pull out
I
my
still
data
haven't
pad
gotten any
that I'm not
answers
used to having
From
yet,
Gitska about Praetor.
and try to find out if the bounty for
Let's
this bag of gems.
Talk
is still
over
out there.
breakfast.
All right.
So I'll head to the medical facility and tell the medic that Cleaver in bunk such and such is comatose.
Do you know what caused it?
Unresponsive.
Probably drugs.
Okay. Come on. And she motions to a couple of spheres that are hanging on the wall, which detach and follow her.
Mm.
And she makes her way over to sleep.
Yeah, just be careful.
Okay. She says okay, like it's her job, and she takes a step, and then she like comes back and like twists the handle on one of the drawers, pulls it open, pulls out a giant syringe, and pops it back in, and starts hitting them.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Is he needs a Class C sedative?
Then we'll go get some breakfast.
Okay.
Breakfast.
Breakfast. Did you?
I'm gonna look up and
want me
see
to
if
follow?
that velvet
Yes.
bag. Yeah,
You're in.
Absolutely. See if that bag of gems. If there's any bounties from Van Graff that would match it.
Van Hoist.
Van
Van
Hoist.
Graff is
Van Graff would be
World
better.
of Warcraft,
Whatever.
but good try there.
Van Crane. Crane's hoist.
So it's not a bounty. It was
Open contract.
It was handled through a fixer, so it wouldn't be just posted online because you don't really post. I want you to go rob this guy online.
Sure you do. All right. Well, we're not gonna find out if this guy's gonna pay for these or not.
You could ask him.
Yeah, we could. We'll go meet him after breakfast.
Okay. He's a usual, so he comes around a lot. Usually towards later morning is when he shows up.
Oh, so he'll come to us.
He'll come to here, yes, if you stay here.
Do we have any other things? We need
Yes,
to do?
we do.
God damn it.
Yes, we do. And I was told we were going to talk about it over breakfast.
The main
And
thing
then
we were
second
gonna do
breakfast?
No.
is find out about Ghost.
That only works once.
Oh. What about him?
What was he doing here?
Well, he was sort of a regular. I don't know. He didn't really talk a lot about himself, but he spent nearly every waking moment here. He's always, drinking and partying and hanging out and stuff like that. Is there something specific you wanted to know?
We want to know what he was doing, what he was thinking, what he was trying to accomplish before he got killed.
If you ask me, I think he was trying to block out something that he wanted to get away from.
It was probably Cleaver.
It wasn't clear.
We know what he was trying to block out.
Cleaver. No. For.
It was probably the mission where all those people died. And we failed.
Yep. You know the one where you almost died?
Vaguely.
If you ask me, it seemed like he was trying to escape something in his life, or his life itself, like somebody would escape a starship into decaying orbit. He just kind of. He was always inebriated. He was always, trying to dull himself as much as possible.
You were friends with him then?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I thought he was really funny, and I think he liked to make me laugh. Not many people did laugh at his jokes, but I always thought he was funny. Yeah, that was usually the response then.
Yep.
I laughed once. It was a mistake.
Then he didn't stop for 3 weeks.
I saw Critter behind him.
3 weeks. We had to listen to those jokes on that ship.
He was trying to climb a curtain. It was hilarious.
If we killed him, nobody will know.
Well, I would know.
No, because you would be dead.
No, but I would be aware of it.
Somebody would
But
know.
you would be dead. Yeah. Not worth it.
I think a meaner thing
Did
to
he
say
interact
was
with
nobody would miss him.
anyone in the days leading up to his
No,
death
it
that was
wouldn't,
unusual?
I think
Well, I
that
think
he kind of
Cleaver
got
must
up in
be.
everyone's business at least once or more. I would say that he was pretty on pretty personal terms with a lot of the working staff here, although a lot of them tried to minimize that as much as possible. I think that he and Master Zikato were fairly common drinking. Master Zikato.
Bless you.
Big, small.
Those are two opposite words.
Right.
Do you need
Oh,
breakfast?
He can't see.
Was he quiet or loud?
Lots of cloth.
Did he train with you?
That's kind of a personal question.
Did he train with you?
I've had a few trainers.
He did. Yeah.
I'm not supposed to talk about that.
Yeah, but you
Is that
just
a
did.
euphemism, or are you
That's-
actually
No, no,
talking
no,
Oh,
about
you
it?
can tell me.
Does your boss know?
We don't need his boss.
No. I'm asking for a different reason.
Um,
Does your boss know?
If you're talking about Master Zikato, no.
No. Your actual boss.
If you're talking about Master Zikato as in the subject matter,
Oh.
then no, she does not know.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Then we shouldn't talk about that here.
He forbade
That's-
me from telling anybody.
Well,
That's
you just
why
told
I asked the one simple
No,
question.
four
you
other
guys-
people.
He
you
didn't
guys
tell us
figured it out.
anything. We are implying.
No.
Heavily.
He just confirmed.
So who
that.
is this
Really.
person that we're not actually talking about?
Master
The dude
Zikato
with the
was-
mask.
Yes.
The whole-
I think he wore something in front of his face. He was always kind of muffled.
It's the dude with the mask. We're going back to the mortuary.
You sound like this. It's time to go a while.
In fact,
Where can we get market fresh strawberries?
I give it back to you, the people.
Easy dang.
We already knew that guy drank with him.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Him and Master Zikato were frequent dream buddies. They talked a lot. They seemed to share similar types of stories.
Failure and death.
No, I think Master Zikato tried to focus on the positives. He had a good way of sort of lifting people up, especially Ghost.
Anyone come around in the couple days leading up to his death that was unusual?
No,
He didn't go on any weird missions. Or...
Anybody that interacted with him that didn't, or that hung around in the bar but didn't drink a lot?
None. We get a lot of regulars here, not too many strangers. I think you guys are one of the first groups of irregulars we've had in a while. But as far as the days leading up, he definitely was worked up about something, but it was kind of unclear as to what.
You know where he lived?
Yes.
Should probably check there.
If it hasn't been cleared yet.
Is there
Wait, what?
anyone that used to live there with him?
We can't?
There's like a long, like, how do I answer that question? And he goes, not in the sense that you're thinking
So like spiritually?
Just talk.
Someone spiritually?
of. His ship. He lived with his ship.
He lived with his ship.
Or
Yes.
in his ship?
Or in it.
Yes.
In his ship?
Yes.
Okay,
Where
where
was
is
the
his
ship?
ship parked? Huh?
I can't give that.
You can't
information.
give that information. Why?
The man's dead.
Yes, but he kind of strangely enough gave this exact example as a do not tell.
My former colleagues are going to come here to investigate my murder. It's incredibly important that you tell
don't
them
give us
absolutely nothing. That's what he said to you?
Not in those words, but
I'm
if
not
somebody comes
surprised.
asking about my ship,
We're not asking about his ship. We're asking about where he stayed.
right?
We need information about him.
I understand.
I don't
that.
think we're going to be able to get to the ship anyway.
But as Ghost told me, the people who are supposed to find his ship will find it when.
He gave us a
That's
lot.
us.
He gave us a lot more credit than
We are here to do that.
I understand
his
But
his
he made
mom
me
was
swear.
here, wasn't she?
On what?
our friendship.
Okay,
Your
he's
friendship's
dead.
over.
He's dead. He's dead.
You're going down the wrong angle, guys. He's not going to break on that.
But he's dead.
Drop it, and we'll give it to us.
What is dead?
I'm not entirely
I mean,
sure
it's
that
not
friendships
ex-
work that way.
It's
by
not
the way.
exactly hard.
That's how I've always perceived them.
We can easily peruse spaceports and abandoned warehouses. That's simple. If you're not willing to give the information, that's cool.
If it's anything like Ghost, it's not going to be in any of those locations because he's
Yeah.
a dick.
Right.
It's not going to be easy.
It'll probably be in an apartment building.
So he stayed on his ship,
Yes,
Anybody else?
and he
stay on
commuted
the
from his
with
ship
him?
to here.
correct.
Did he walk?
He may have taken a taxi.
So maybe there's some way we can trace a
Are there
trend line.
are there different taxis that run between?
If you're looking for me to give you information about how to find a ship indirectly, I can't do that either.
No. What we're asking is, do you know if there's a way to track taxis via cred chits?
You really think he used it? Shit.
So,
When was the last time
He
you saw
died
him
in
use
an
shit for
alley.
Anything.
Yes.
but
I don't think he had any money.
he didn't have to go into that
He
alley
had money, or
to
he
get
couldn't have
home,
been here.
Because he took a taxi.
which he could do outside this
Well,
building.
that's 'cause
Right.
they paid the shit.
I don't know about the details of after he left.
Right. Would it be safe to assume that he doesn't normally take an alleyway to get home?
Well,
Ghost
Right.
pay with a credit chit or hard credits.
usually hard credits, I think.
Not traceable.
Yeah.
Um,
Typical.
Worth a shot though.
but the night that he died, he was actually kicked out.
For what? What did he do?
What did
Oh man, we are on it.
Disorderly behavior.
Who kicked him out?
Praetor.
Lahani?
Well, actually, I did.
For what? Did he grab you?
He's known to do that. He grabbed fur a couple of times,
He gets handsy.
especially when he's on that skooma.
Okay. No,
Because
he,
he has
he
committed
was
no crime.
he has bad days sometimes where he loses control. Doesn't hurt anybody, but he
Same.
flies off the handle.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get him to calm down like I usually can, and so I had to tell Madame Lahani, who told me to have him ejected.
What were their last words? What was his last word before he left?
Well, when he was having his episode, he was talking something about something about his family, I think. Something about how he hated his mother, but
We
he
all
loved
hate
his
our mothers.
mother. How
No, we
his
don't.
family was a curse, but he wouldn't be alive without them. It wasn't making a whole lot of sense as when he gets to that point.
Did he ever
he's-
say where his family lived?
No, he didn't.
Yeah, where's his
I
mom
remember-
stay?
I don't know.
Probably in his
He-
ship.
Where
talking
could we
about
find
his,
it?
Talking about his family was a surefire way to send him into a spiral.
But as he was being kicked out, do you recall what he was said? To you?
Unfortunately, when I told him to leave, he refused. And Praetor was busy, so I asked Master Zikato, and the two of them left.
Together?
Correct.
So we need to go find
So
that.
he was the last one to see him alive.
You guys already knew that.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
That's in fact what he told you.
He was a member here, right?
Ghost, yes.
Do you know his real name?
I don't think so.
Probably locked behind a
He
paywall.
only went by Ghost, just like I only go by Gizka.
What jobs did he do?
Very few, actually.
So he's a member.
But he did
For what
few
He
reason?
jobs.
just has a ton of money.
He just seemed to drink and do a lot of chems and stuff like that. As far as work goes, I don't think he did.
How much
Bought
of
his
a cut
way
was
in.
he taking?
Probably wasn't taking a cut from here.
No. From our jobs to have that much money when he left.
Oh, you
You
did?
realize how much money we pissed through because we didn't have contacts and we greased every other palm?
There were some pretty bad rumors that he got into some pretty rough debts too.
Well, yeah. That's Ghost.
Yeah.
And then we killed him.
And then it got him killed. So about Praetor.
What is so important about? Oh yeah, you fought her.
Yeah, I won.
I'm not
She's
sure
gonna
that's the
kill
truth.
you. She ended the fight by withdrawing.
She's gonna kill you.
And I understand that you two have a previous relationship.
We do work together, yes.
No.
What are you talking about?
Don't.
You've shared a moment.
Oh, God. Are we still
We
in the
just
bunk?
give you the Cliff Notes
We still
version
in
of
the
this
breakfast?
here.
Oh, we're
We
on
were
the
given
breakfast?
access
Okay.
to your room
You what?
and attempted to access your computer.
Snarky
So
son of a
we
bitch,
may
that
know
thing, by the
an
way.
answer to a question that he's alluding to. That's what he's saying.
There's just a moment of like
We got approval.
snarky.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah, your computer talks back, man.
What did you do to her?
We asked a question.
I
All we
stuck
tried
my
to do was
finger
get
in her
information.
port. I don't know.
We were trying to get information about where you might have gone.
What kind of
Needless to
question
say,
is that?
we got your voucher for bait
Yeah, which is how we got it.
and where to meet Rocks, which is how we ran into Rocks.
I mean, I guess that worked. That's
And the
pretty
fact
fortuitous.
that Van Crane,
Van Hoist.
I mean, same thing. Just one thing does the hoisting.
Let's be fair here, I stole that from Robert.
Yeah.
But
I think you mean Van Lift.
yeah. So Van Hoist,
Do you even?
that's where we found some information about that, but we didn't know what you were doing for him. To be fair, we probably could have turned in the bag of gems by the time we figured out what had happened.
Probably.
If we'd known from the beginning. We could have gotten him here, turned it in.
Right,
Anyway.
we could have done a lot of things.
Anyway,
And we
Praetor.
haven't.
Depending on how
so
long
we're
he was in
fighting
that room
soon.
getting tortured.
I'm sorry, there was a lot of things. What?
He wants to know things about Praetor that he can use to piss her off in a fight, so she'll lose her cool.
Mention their
I
kiss.
don't know if you should.
To be fair, you didn't tell us about it.
I'm gonna sit there and just.
I'm gonna let you guys have that one, seeing as you saved my life and all. But as far as if you're looking to spar with her in the future, she's pretty respectful and honorable in fight, as long as the person who she's fighting is the same. If you choose to go down a different route, she will follow.
Cool.
She's
This
call
fight's
you
gonna get
short.
dirty and weird.
She's gonna make fun of how tiny you are.
He is pretty tiny.
Say another word.
I'm good.
He did. He said another word. What are you gonna do about it?
Technically, I said 3 words.
What are you gonna do? You eat that
Well,
bowl of grits?
While you guys are talking, he kind of does this and then that,
Huh?
and you see some of the people who are over on the counter go behind and start working on stuff.
Or are we having a private conversation now?
No, I ordered you guys breakfast.
What have I been
Oh,
mouthing?
we already have it.
Appetizers, small things.
Like a slice of
They
ham?
have breakfast appetite.
Yeah.
I thought this was the whole thing.
No.
How dense are you?
That's why this bowl of grits is only this big.
I just don't eat very much. That's why I'm always pissed off when we don't have any food.
Michael Weston, beer and yogurt.
Beer and yogurt.
Yogurt.
But as far as the night that he died, pretty regular crowd. Nothing out of place except for his behavior and his outburst.
What did he say during his outburst?
Like I said, something about how he threw his life away, hated
there
his
vids?
mother. No, we don't keep security cameras here for this specific purpose of.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
No.
Smash
You know anything about what made him upset?
No.
Like I said, anything about his family immediately threw him into
Where did you grab the
downward
fucking
spiral.
I meant more specifically about the day.
Hey, we
or
got a
days leading
table
up to
from
his
the
death.
Obsidian Agenda.
He said
You know
he
what we're gonna
was
get for that? Nothing.
Agitated.
You have a cool story, man.
Well, I don't know if it was related because it's a slightly
If
more
we could
broad
get it off
timeline.
planet.
However,
Oh wait, we have a job to do first.
Ghost was dying.
On the way out, maybe.
He was sick
Maybe.
for a really long time. It
Or
was
just
getting
Bond.
worse.
I hate you so much.
I don't know what was wrong, but he didn't talk about it. But I could tell there was just something going on with him. At one point, I offered to go to Madame Lahani about seeing about getting treatment for him, and that threw him into a rage, and he left. And he wasn't seen for weeks. When he came back, he was all better.
Cured.
As far as I could tell, yeah, completely. In fact, he was better than I'd seen him in a long time.
Did we confirm that he got a new liver? Did we confirm that or no?
Out of character, you asked
We asked
Raxus
Chacky to look into it.
Chacky to look into
He
it.
was looking into
as
that,
a theory.
the heart and the spleen, and seeing if either of them had also had artificial organs.
He
Although I
may have
still
had-
don't understand the need for an artificial spleen.
He may have had liver disease and been dying and then gotten a new liver, and that may have been where some of his deaths came from.
Yeah.
And out of character, one more note. Chacky says that he can check Ghost, he can check Betty, and he can check the heart victim. The person before him was a different employee.
Well, the spleen was in the middle. It went heart, spleen, liver, eyes.
Oh, heart was first. I'm sorry. Then it was a spleen.
He can check the spleen, but not
He
the
can
heart.
check
Okay.
the spleen. He can check Ghost, and he can check Betty.
But he can't.
But he couldn't go back earlier because that was a different coroner.
Different corner.
Yeah.
Who met their demise somehow.
Somehow.
We'll just never know.
Great.
So we probably have to go talk to Jackie again.
Yeah,
Word.
we need to get information from him. We need to find out if the dude with the mask knows anything else.
I haven't seen Master Zikato in a few days.
We'll find him.
Well, yeah, you've been a prisoner.
I guess that's fair, but also including the time before that.
Are you familiar with his medical examiner buddy too?
Not personally, no.
Okay. Well, I suspect
Can
if
I ask
anyone
you
can
something?
find him for us, it'll be
You
the
guys have
vet.
been asking me a lot of some things.
Why did they torture you?
Because they found out that I worked for Madame Lahani, and they tried to get information about the establishment.
Did they?
They did, but from what I understand, not many of them walked away.
There's still a drug lord or a drug dealer or somebody out there that's testing chems on people. I'd like to go back and clean them up, but I don't know that it's worth our effort.
I forget his name.
Riker.
Riker.
This big old Gamorrean, big dude.
His corpse worth anything?
I don't think so.
That's too bad.
Well, I don't know. I don't usually deal in bounties like that anyway.
Although to be fair, if he's a chem dealer, there's going to be a lot of chems we could try to move.
If that's what you guys do.
Money. Money is what we do.
We don't make a lot of it right now.
Right. So a stash of chems is a nice payday.
Well, I'd heard that
Once.
you guys made family, and so if you're now one of us, then hopefully we can change that very soon. We can set you up with a fixer who can start funneling jobs to you. We're gonna want to be able to find out what it is you guys are like to do or proficient at doing, and then it's just whenever we get jobs that match your criteria, they'll be sent to you.
We're kind of focused on a job right now. It's supposed to be 6 figures and a ship. Which would be really nice to get.
We have a lead on the ship, but it's gone quiet.
I can't tell you about the ship.
That's fine. We gotta figure out who killed the son of a bitch first. Because before then, you know damn well we're not getting in that ship.
I'd appreciate if you could do that on a personal level.
We should talk to the bartender.
Avidity?
Yeah.
Okay.
If there's someone in here that's not a regular, that was different or weird or unusual, she would probably know.
I think I would probably be better equipped for that.
But you don't know.
I haven't, no, because everyone here is either a regular or hasn't shown any reason for hostility towards Ghost.
Right. That's why we need to talk to
Right.
Avidity.
We're not looking
Because
for
of the
anyone
people
who's
who would
shown
know, there are
hostility.
two. There's you and there's her, and you don't know. So we have to talk to her.
People can just go up to the bar and order their own drinks, right? They don't have to order through you.
That is true.
Yeah. Bartender's a good secondary option.
It's a talent of mine to sort of know what people are up to.
That's fine, but you don't know. You don't know the answer to the question that we're trying to find. There's a possibility that she knows.
Let's
That's why we have to
eat
talk to her.
breakfast, talk to Van Hoyst, talk to Avidity, and then bounce to the mortuary again. See what Jackie has.
Seems fair. Let's do it.
Also, I need to see the doctor.
What's that?
What?
I'm quite hurt.
The
Why did
damage
you
to
do that?
him from last session was supposed to be non-lethal,
From Praetor, yes.
Oh,
Was
so
a
that
form
damage
of-
would have healed with rest.
Yes.
Okay.
That is a special
you're
form of
fine.
damage that I have made up, which its effective purpose is lowering your max health.
Sweet.
Which then goes away with a short rest.
I need to see the doctor.
For what?
Nobody's
I wanna
obligation
purchase
triggered,
some
did it?
stim packs.
Actually,
Son of
speaking to the doctor would be a good
Okay.
idea. We need to know where that aerosol-based sedative came from, and who could have potentially gotten it. Jackie could give us a little bit of information, but that was medical grade, according to Cleaver, which means that not just anybody can get a hold of it. We need to find who supplies it and who they supply to.
Well, you go do that.
Let's go.
All right, let's go talk to the doctor. So we'll handle the doctor. You guys got Avidity?
Sure.
Cool.
So we head to the doctor.
Okay.
I'm gonna eat breakfast first. Then I'm gonna head to the doctor.
You look over at first plate and it's clear and he's already gone.
Damn it! Pick the plate up.
No class.
So you guys eat breakfast and then.
He already ate
depart.
breakfast. I have picked breakfast up and am following
Oh, you
him.
depart. Okay, good. Gotcha. I didn't understand that. Okay. So you guys are going to head back down to the lower level. Since you guys are on the top level, we'll start with you. So you can go to do your thing.
No way we go. That's a great shirt.
So
Yeah, that's.
what would you like to do?
I'm going to see.
We're gonna go talk to Avidity.
Okay. Jessica follows.
Okay.
Sure.
Of course he does.
So I guess we'll go to the bar.
Yes. So she is there. She sees you guys come up and she smiles warmly and she says, "Hey guys, what can I get you?"
The usual.
Righto. And
Do
she
you have a
says,
usual?
Yeah.
How many times have you drank here?
This is the second time.
That's not enough to have a usual.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What does she bring me?
She brings you that same old sort of fogged out cup that has the mist coming down from it that is partially frozen along the top and slides it to you.
Usual.
Hmm.
Ask your question.
Was there anyone odd or unusual that came by between a month ago and 3 weeks ago?
Well, I mean, we get all types here, so I would assume you mean outside of the mercenary type.
Yeah.
We had some of Peter and his friends come by a few times.
Peter?
Remember the guy that you guys helped me get rid of when you guys first showed up that one time?
Yeah.
Mm.
X. Him and his Unity brothers and sisters, I guess. He didn't like to show up with girls with him because he was always trying to impress me with his authority. He always came by, but he was usually very personal. They came there to talk to me. Sometimes they would bother some of the other people here, you know, try to convert them. But that wasn't allowed. The Praetor usually shooed them off quite fast. As far as I know, they seemed harmless enough.
Anybody that seems like they have high-end medical training,
Training,
particularly meticulous people.
meticulous. I think the only person around here that counts for that would probably be Grace,
She is.
the doctor
Downstairs.
Great. Does that settle your inquiry?
Yeah. Do you know anything about what was upsetting Ghost before he died?
Ugh,
Before he was kicked
I
out?
don't know. Ghost required a lot of energy to maintain. Gizka seemed happy to take on the job, so I let him. As far as I know, he had a lot of family drama, apparently. Bring a lot of baggage with him, and whenever he got particularly knackered, it all sort of spilled out on the floor.
Did he mention any
Oversharing.
particular names or relationship?
Yeah, he said his sister was really terrible, said some terribly gendered things about her. His mom, it sounded like he wasn't quite sure on where he stood on that. But sometimes it was great, sometimes it was bad. Talked about you guys. At least I
I bet he
assume
did.
you are who you are.
Yeah. And all that comes with
His
it.
avenging angels, as he called you.
Mm.
He'd swoop down and smite whoever it was that tried to mess with him.
Do you say anything particular about us?
Nothing that would identify you other than the fact that there may have been rookies involved in it.
Okay.
Such in the dismemberment aspect.
Yep. You don't happen. Oh, that's right. Gets here. Never mind.
Do you want me to leave?
No. Oh, yes? You? Yes.
Okay. We'll get up and you'll leave.
It's a dumb question, but I doubt you know it. Do you know where Ghost keeps a ship?
I didn't even know he had a ship.
Oh, okay, damn. That was gonna work.
I don't know
Did you
how
ever
he
have
could have
to
afforded one.
Call a cab for him
Yeah.
or anything like that?
I think I might have, but it's just usually, dial someone up and have them come pick them up.
Is there a cab company that specifically works in this area more than any others that owns this territory?
Yeah, I could probably give you some information on that.
Love that.
Okay. It's probably some generic, company. She hands you a calm number for
Yellow
that.
cab.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
basically yellow speeder. I got locked down.
What?
I
Willow
got
spear
locked
is
out of
the
you.
best.
It says it's asking for a pin.
Rip.
Whenever
Rip.
you can take care of that, that'd be awesome.
Probably just pass it to him.
Very well.
Oh, I'm good. Not much else. Unless you know who killed him.
No. But it's
It was
really
her.
it's a bad idea to mess with someone in the family.
He was in the family?
In the loosest sense of the phrase, he didn't work, as far as I could tell. In fact, he was probably more of a drain on the people around him than he was actually a boon.
So why was he in the family?
Connections, I guess. He came in. I guess he wowed Madame Lahani with some. I don't know if it was a mission or work or took care of some of her dirty laundry, and then he just was able to pay his way through everything.
We'll have to talk to her about that.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like he should be a part of this place.
Well, his attitude certainly didn't earn him much of a place here.
If people didn't want him here and he didn't do anything to deserve to be here, then the reason that he was here is going to be important.
Probably.
Is there like a public obituary?
I would assume so. Yes, yes, there is. However, as far as I know, Ghost hasn't even shown up in the news yet.
How long has it been?
A couple weeks. You guys were aware that Chappie said that the Imperials were keeping it quiet because of
That's
the,
right.
the details
Mhm.
of the serial killer.
Those who found him know him as Ghost.
Correct.
However, his family would know him as who he is.
I would assume so.
And then
Ghost doesn't seem
he
like a natural born name.
goes away. Or is dead and they know. And then they have an obituary. That's my thought process.
I mean, if he has
Very
any living
logical.
family, have they been contacted? Do we know if they know?
Well, it's who he's talking about. He's talking about his family.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm just wondering if they know he's even dead.
Who knows?
Not me.
Do you know if any of his family's on anywhere here, around here?
See, that's the problem here. Is I wasn't the one who ever talked to him about the personal details. Your best bet would be, if you wanted to find some family members, be through Giscon.
It's
He's a
proven-
nice kid.
But it's proven to be tight-lipped about things.
Faithless.
Apparently they made
All
some
right.
sort of promise to each other on their friendship.
Okay.
So he's really tight-lipped about it all.
He's a sensitive kid. I don't know.
Things and stuff.
Things and stuff.
That's all I needed.
Okay. Anything else? Just give me a call.
Now what? Do we go down to the... Or we just hang out up here, or what?
We might as well wait here.
Cool. I'll have another.
Coming up.
It's like 8 in the morning.
She doesn't.
Never too
She
early.
doesn't miss a beat.
Nope.
It's never too early.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Mhm. So you guys head down to the medical bay.
So on the way,
Chad, why you
Yeah.
in the world?
Eating. I'm gonna like set my plate down on like the last table in the room.
so when we're there, if either of us have a chance near a data pad or an open terminal, I need to know specifically what type of cybernetics she has.
Good luck with that.
That will be in her medical file.
You seen me around a computer?
Have you seen me around a computer?
We did not bring the equipment for this.
We're gonna try it anyway.
You can try it anyway.
Cool. Cover me. Let's go.
Why are you with me?
So we head in.
You head in.
Ugh.
Grace looks tired. She pulled an all-nighter. She has
Looks like Cleaver was a pain in the ass.
yes, got him over there. got his vitals hooked up to the machine. Seems to be stable. High blood pressure, a couple other things that are abnormalities, but otherwise he seems to be sleeping fairly soundly. I can't get him to wake up though.
How many chems are going through his system?
Well, it does look like he is chronic. However, I haven't found any recent dosages that were from the last day or two.
Hey.
There's some residuals probably from within this week, but
So, out of character, do we know the name of the sedative? Because I did not write that down. But I feel like we know its name.
it probably was a serial number given to you by Jackie. So
Okay,
it was
for a specific...
It was probably like a sedative that was like SDLL4 or something like
Okay.
that.
So we know it's like
Benadryl.
product code.
Yeah,
Benadryl. Sequel.
Sequel.
Zeke Quill.
There's definitely
Oh, shit, now we
Benadryl.
know who it was.
Take 2 pills and have a coma.
Oh my gosh.
So he's going to be alright if he wakes up. But there's nothing we can do to wake him up.
Not that I found so far. I don't want to hammer his system with too many stims right now.
I mean, he'd do it if he was conscious, but I understand why
It's
you're
like
not.
3 syringes.
Yeah. It's a good thing I'm managing his health right now and he's not.
Yes. Yes. So, if I was looking to get a hold of a specific drug,
Mm-hmm.
let's say this aerosol-based sedative.
Okay. If you're asking to buy it, no, I won't sell
No,
it to you.
I don't want to buy it. I want to know who supplies it to the people who are allowed to buy it.
Let me see.
Hey, just flip around the data pad to get rid of the
She's gonna take it and she's gonna pull up another one, sit down, and she's gonna type in some numbers.
Look
Okay.
at you, look at the nearest terminal, and be like, go.
This looks like it's a pretty high grade form of surgery sedatives, usually applied via aerosol to keep people into a coma. I would say that on some planets you might be able to go to some kind of a medical supplier store. However, Imperia is unusual in the fact that it is separated into 2 castes. You have your upper echelon, which is your corporate environment, and you have your lowers. There's practically nowhere in the lower area that you could get this. However, if you take a step up to the corporate environment, this would probably be pretty regularly supplied to most major medical facilities.
Do you know how many facilities up there they have that may have that?
I would say there's probably a few corporations based entirely around medicine. However, it's probably a good chance that most corporations maintain their own medical facilities for the sake of independence.
So pretty much each corporation's going to have their own access to the drug.
Yeah, not in any significant quantities, though. You'd have to go to a medical facility to get.
And how much? This is aerosol based. So how many doses would you get out of, say, one container?
Depends on the size of the container, but for the most part, they come in containers about yay big, which is probably enough to keep your average large size alien comatose for at least 24 hours.
Yeah. Well, let's say I don't have enough time to put a mask over someone's face and watch them inhale it the whole time.
You'd have to.
That's the only way that sedative could work.
Yeah, it has a high decay rate outside of in oxygen, so whoever it was that you were applying it to would have to be strapped the mask onto. If you were talking about trying to put the mask on someone unwillingly, then you would have one heck of a time. You'd have to subdue them first.
How? And we're gonna get into a little bit of theory here.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Go ahead and make your attempt if you want.
What's the difficulty?
It's going to be a hard check for stealth
I got you.
or
Hard-
subterfuge.
He's going after a terminal. Oh, so stealth to get up to it,
Yes.
and then before he can even.
Yes.
Here we go again with Wookiees sneaking. Sneaky,
Stealth
sneaky
Wookiees.
Wookiees.
Go,
Hit him with-
Yeti, go!
Hit him with the Sasquatch, bro.
Fucking blonde Wookiees sneaking
Oh,
yeah.
killed it.
Okay.
3 success, 2
So
threat.
she is thoroughly intrigued by this line of conversation, and she doesn't notice you go up to one of her medical computers. I'll say.
Hit it and quit it.
Quit it.
Toot it and boot it.
I like the computers.
Okay.
and bolts.
That's going to be the same difficulty. Only computers now.
Do it.
Damn.
I can't
It's
see
a-
those other dice.
It's a
Can you do
flat wash.
Flat wash.
Oh.
Okay.
Nothing.
You get locked behind a password that you just cannot.
Chat's showing up on the screen.
You
Yeah.
come up with some. You try everything. Password 1234 007. You just can't get it to work.
Quick flat wash.
Refresh.
Another attempt a little bit.
I'm gonna say no because at the failure to bypass security, there's a sound, and she looks up and she's like, "Are you looking for something?"
Yeah, I was looking for Cleaver's vitals.
Well, Cleaver's on the other side of the room, so you can.
Oh,
go
you
check
can't
over
just
his
access
table.
that at any terminal?
No, you go to his diagnostic table.
Okay. I just don't know how any of this works.
I can see that.
Hey, while I got your attention,
Okay.
I need to purchase some. Help me out.
Stim pack.
Stim packs.
Okay, I can supply those easily.
Okay, excellent, excellent.
How many do you need?
5 would be great.
Okay, that's like what is it, 25 per?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Sweet. Hey, so I'm looking at Cleaver's vitals over here,
Sweet dang.
and I don't quite understand what I'm looking at. Can you
What is your
walk me
question?
through
God
this?
damn it.
What?
Let me finish talking to your friend first, and then I'll show you whatever you need.
Okay.
So, theoretically,
Okay.
if I say wanted to, let's go real big here, weaponize this anesthetic,
It would be a terrible choice to use.
why?
There's no way that you could subject someone to subject a potent enough dose to someone outside. It can only be absorbed through the lungs. That is its only purpose. It's one of the most gentlest forms of high effective potency narcotic out there that's capable of knocking someone out like this. Not narcotic, I guess sedative is probably a better word.
So we already knew that it had a low half-life
Low half-life.
because Chacky was surprised that it was still there.
Well, he only was able to find it because Blind Betty
Yeah.
had still
Whoa.
decaying quantities of
which
the
was
lungs.
which was like shocking because of how quickly it goes away, right?
It was only because her death was so fresh that you were able to find it. Yes,
Okay. So
it wasn't lingering an abnormal length of time. Is the only point I was trying to make.
So, if I was going to render someone unconscious using this particular sedative,
You might as well render them unconscious some other method and then dose
let's
them.
say this is all I have. How could I use it?
Unfortunately, combat medicine isn't exactly my specialty, so I would say that you would probably have to take away their ability to immobilize them somehow, is what you probably
Right.
have to do.
So, if I held someone still,
Mm-hmm.
how long of a constant exposure rate would they need before they were unconscious?
They would need a constant dosage to remain unconscious, so they would have to be strapped to a tank, as we said, for the entirety of the time that you wanted them unconscious.
Chat doesn't work.
Chat doesn't work.
Chat
so
doesn't-
Chat's-
sorry,
Chat's dead.
sorry, babes. If you take someone off of that sedative, almost immediately will begin to decay in their system, and they will achieve consciousness within minutes.
So, if we found someone that still had residue of this sedative in their system, but was no longer with us,
I'm not sure
they
what you're
died
implying.
within 10 minutes?
Okay.
Is that about what we're looking at?
Depending on the dosage, the amount that the type of surgery that they were being subjected to, I would say that if you were going with a liberal dosage, you could probably maintain residue inside their system for 10-15 minutes.
Okay. That's not very long at all. And how long of exposure would you need to make them in an unconscious state? Long enough to say perform a simple operation?
To remove the ability for them to move, only about a minute and a half.
Okay.
To render them fully comatose, you would need at least 5 minutes of exposure.
Okay. So in about 90 seconds, you can get from mobile and resisting to unable to resist. And you can say, then do some pretty horrible things to somebody, and they'd have about a little bit of time before they woke up.
Yes.
Okay.
I
It's
want to
oddly
believe
specific, but
that she's getting really concerned that you're going to try and rape somebody.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that, actually. The less she thinks that I'm looking for what I'm looking for, the better. I don't
That's
care.
what you want.
I don't care.
I don't care if she
I
thinks
don't
I'm going to
care.
rape someone.
I'm getting information that I need.
Wow.
I don't care what she thinks. I'm not going to do that.
Fair. Okay.
We're not great people.
We're not great
We're
people.
not that bad though. We're not that
But
bad.
we're not those people.
Right. So anyway, back
so-
to the game.
So, that's a lot of information about that drug.
Like I said, it's a very commonly used surgery sedative for
I
high
really
recovery.
wish it was not that common. If I wanted to
Not-
get it down here,
Okay.
and I did not have corporate connections, my odds would be
Slim.
0?
Close enough. Yes.
Okay.
It's-
Well, shit.
So you're saying there's a chance.
I'm saying that I might be able to procure some. However, I would have to go through some pretty narrow channels.
So a medical professional down here could potentially
Yes.
procure some, but anything short of that is a flat-out no.
Yes, I'm a licensed medical professional
How many-
outside
Licensed medical professionals are there down here?
in the Undercity.
Yeah.
Not many. I would say in this quadrant, I would say you're looking at closer to 2.
Oh, so it's literally just you and the coroner.
It's not really a corner, but I think you're referring to Jackie. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's just the two of you.
Hey, while we're speaking about weird aerosols, is there anything that does the opposite?
You're talking about like a stimulant?
Yeah, like that would say that somebody's been punched in the face a lot. Would make them less punched in the face and more perhaps aware of things.
You want to be less influenced by punching, but also more aware?
Yes.
That's the exact opposite of how that works. If you want to be numbed from the pain, I can subscribe you to some painkillers if you think you're going to be in danger. However, that will not make you more aware.
Okay. Okay, so you have the one thing that does the one thing. Do you have the thing that does the other thing?
I don't recommend mixing those.
You're starting to go down Cleaver's path, and you're going to want to not do that.
Uppers and downers,
Yeah.
go ham.
So
What about, like, I've heard of, like, smelling salts.
Yes. What about them?
Do they work?
You heard of bath
If
salts.
they smell, they can be used to rouse someone from unconsciousness.
You're talking about spice?
So,
Nice.
I'm going to be fighting in a gladiatorial arena.
Arena?
Arena?
Arena.
Orenia.
Arena.
Diego
Soon.
Orenia.
Okay.
And I'm looking for,
Who's
you know, like in a fight where the bell rings and you go to your corner and your guy talks to you and is like, hey, bro, don't get punched in the face. And then the other guy's like hitting you in the eye with like a cotton swab.
you want to cheat and get hit in the eye with drugs.
No. How dare you? I'm saying that I need somebody in my corner. I was hoping that you would provide equipment to that person, whoever they would be.
I can provide solutions to your medical problems. That's about the extent of my professional courtesy.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna hit the two things that we talked about: the awareness spray and the numbing gel. Please. I promise I won't use them at the same time.
I'm gonna need some opiates and some methamphetamines, please. I promise I want to not use them at the same time. On my honor.
I'm afraid outside of
Still
this,
not a
I don't have that to just supply to people. I'm a licensed medical practitioner. I'm not a chem dealer.
I'm not looking for a chem dealer. I'm telling you, flat out,
You are.
I am going to get punched in the face.
And when you do, I'll be sure to put it back together.
No. I need it put back together while I'm getting punched in the face.
That's not how that works. There's a sudden chiming coming from the corner of the room.
What up?
You guys turn to look, and it's coming from Cleaver.
What up, buddy?
Chime, 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 chime,
What's that mean?
chime. I don't know. It's not part of my diagnostic equipment. She stands up and she goes over and looks at it and she says, "It seems fine to me." And she kind of like looks down beside his bed. It's coming from his pack.
I'll grab its pack,
Okay.
open it up,
But
through it.
You find a communicator.
the criff?
Hello?
Ah, God, it took you guys long enough. It's Checky.
Why did you call? Do you only have his frequency?
No, Zeke told me he left this in his bag. That if I needed to contact him, I could use this.
So he has 2 communicators and knows how to turn on exactly 0 of them.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I don't have long.
Okay,
There's a
what's up?
strange metallic, like, reverberation in his voice, as if he's in a very enclosed
He's
place.
in one of the things. You're in a coffin, aren't you?
No, I'm in a refresher.
Okay, what's going on?
Wait. Is he calling you from the shitter?
I think there's been another
I
Ripper
think so.
victim. I thought you guys should know.
Shit. Yeah. Is it coming to you or are you going to it?
I'm already here, but I can't be seen calling you guys, so I ducked away for a few seconds, and if I'm in here any
Okay.
longer, someone's gonna come get me.
When's it going to be at your place?
I'm already here. Oh gosh, no, not for a while. It's still being cased. It's at the CNCR down in the docks.
CNCR on the docks. We'll either be there or we'll meet you at the mortuary after.
Be square.
I'm gonna be here for a while, and I recommend that
probably
you
be
come
there.
here immediately before Otis gets here. He's working another case, but he will be there shortly.
Fucking hell. Fuck Otis. We'll be there.
Fuck Otis.
Turn up. We gotta go to the CNC.
Gotcha. Cool.
Like now.
Hey, Grace, if you could just leave that stuff in my bunk, that would be great. I really appreciate.
I'm just like standing behind him, kind of over him, going,
Again, this is about my welfare. I am fighting Praetor soon, and she is going to punch me in the face.
Yes.
"You're gonna die."
No.
It's what
Let's go.
It's what she's.
We have to go now.
No. Don't pull the fur.
Go.
The drugs when you have time.
I'll keep you updated
Thank you
on
for the
Cleaver.
information. We appreciate it. Use the calm frequency that he still has on him if you need us for anything.
I can do that.
Especially
Thank
when
you.
the drugs are ready.
We need to go. I'm gonna get on Archon. Cass, Rio, we need to get to the CNC. Can you get us a cap now?
Why?
I'm gonna wait until I'm out of earshot of her. Kind of whisper to it. We have another Ripper victim.
What? Speak up. I'm sorry. What?
I'm not gonna speak up. We have another Ripper victim. We need to get there. Jackie called.
He means another Ripper victim.
Oh my god! I hate you so much.
Oh. Okay. Great.
Let's go.
By the way,
You're both the worst partner and the best partner at the same time.
We
And I
haven't
don't
been
know
to
how you
call us
do
a
it.
cat.
it's pretty great. Hey, I have a question for you. Why didn't you try and hack her terminal when I had her distracted? I thought we had an agreement.
You did not have her distracted.
I
You guys are
did.
in the elevator. Just like, as it's going up.
You did not have her distracted. I had her distracted with theoretical medicine. You were asking her to deal you drugs.
And then
You
you
couldn't have
explained.
been any less interested in that.
And then she was going to teach me about.
Hey,
And then she was going to teach me about Cleaver and the lines.
Hey. What are you yelling about? This is a fine establishment.
He fucked it up.
Did you get what you were looking for?
No, I
Not
did.
kind of.
I asked him, not you.
Kind of.
What did you want? Drugs?
Yes.
Yes.
We already have one drug addict.
No.
We
no.
don't need another.
No, but see, I need stimulants and I need numbing agents
Okay,
for the fight.
so that
You
is
need drugs.
You need drugs.
Yeah. They don't have to be at the same time. It almost makes up.
You're-
a
you're
Don't lie to me.
absolutely-
You're
but
gonna
you're
take
going
them at the
to.
same time.
Well, I'm gonna have to if I need to.
Okay, so no.
But
No.
hey, listen, I'm under a lot of stress right now.
You know what? Eat your stress.
No, I don't need to gain weight. I should be cutting weight. Why didn't you stop me from eating so much this morning? God damn it! Fuck.
No idea. I'm gonna walk past the table and like grab a piece of bread and just like shake it.
What if we just took 2 cabs and y'all?
No, we're going in one cab.
We need
It's
to go
more
now.
cost
Let's
efficient.
go. Let's go. Go.
We go out and wait for the cab.
Okay, so it's going to be about 5-10 minutes before it gets there. It's going to cost you
So-
for a van to carry all of you about 50 credits.
Cool.
We'll give them more than that to hurry.
I don't
I'm
have
sure you can
credits.
spice that up to about at most 6 minutes for him to get there, and
Make it as spicy as we can.
then yeah.
I am broke. So somebody else is paying that.
How are you broke?
So as you guys,
All of my money is tied up in a rifle right now.
I will pay the man.
So as you guys make your way to leave, Gisco will actually step back up to you, and he's like, "Hey, are you guys leaving?"
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just want to say I'm sorry if I frustrated you, but I'm.
We understand. We'll be in touch.
Okay.
And
Well,
I don't understand, but yeah, we'll still
I'm
be
very
in touch.
frustrated with you.
I know. I'm sorry that I had to make that promise. I really want to help you guys out, though. So I'll try and see if I can find maybe some of Ghost's family or something.
Cool.
Yeah.
See if you guys
That'd be
can
great.
Do that.
have more avenues to look down.
Hmm.
And I'll call you when I find anything out.
Seems good.
Great. Don't
Thanks,
run
let's
into
go.
walls. Let's go.
So the
What? Isn't that the,
Well, as we pull away, I'm
that's
going
the
to be
nice
like,
thing to say? Don't
Hey.
run into any walls.
guys, a lot of talk, but not a lot of substance.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what I found out was that the odds of somebody weaponizing that sedative is about 0. The odds of somebody getting it down here without being a licensed medical professional is also about 0.
Okay.
So either it's somebody from corporate, from in the actual city proper, corporate sponsored, that's coming down here and killing people, or
It's a lot.
it's somebody that is getting it from one of the 2 licensed medical professionals down here, which are our friend Jackie and what was her name?
Grace, the non-drug
Grace.
dealer.
The non-drug dealer who
She's a
wouldn't even
fucking
sell him anything
doctor.
other than a stim pack. So the odds of her selling surgical grade sedatives are probably 0. Also, you have to be kind of restrained for about a minute and a half before you even lose motor function.
Pop
With
into
the
the
stuff.
stun blaster and then put it on.
Yeah. Or like Rio was saying last time, hold somebody up off the ground by their neck so they're going after your hand and subject them to it. But it's almost exclusively applied via breath mask of some kind because you have to breathe it in. It can't be absorbed any way other than through the lungs. So we're looking for somebody who, as we already knew, has a surgical background. But we're probably looking somebody from the corporate scale, not from down
I
here.
wonder if
Who-
there's like a
who
surgeon's
comes-
guild.
Who comes down here to kill people? That just. It's a lot of time.
If
Serial
you were
killer.
going to kill folks and you didn't want to get found out, you'd kill the folks that nobody cared about. But this guy,
Well,
Isn't
if you
that
were
just
going to
getting
kill
your
people
rocks
but
off,
not want to
I
be
guess?
found
I
out,
mean-
you wouldn't have such a clear MO
That's fair.
and complicated method of execution.
That's
Yeah.
also fair.
That's why serial killers suck.
you know what, Cass, that scared me a little bit. But
That's
I understand.
They suck at what they're trying to do.
If you want to do it, you
It's
just
just
do it like
ridiculous.
this.
It's all theater.
Yeah.
Yes.
not efficiency.
So, yeah. We're trying to beat Otis to this one, by the way. Apparently he's working a different case and then is going to be coming to this. So we probably want to
That's
get
why I
there,
told the driver to make it spicy.
get our information, and
Does that
get
mean
out.
quick?
yes.
I'm gonna say that
No,
it
it
pulls
means
up.
spicy.
What?
Right.
I will hop out and immediately move right.
I'll hop out and go left.
Yeah, we were doing this in the car.
Mm,
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Didn't know that, but
Oh,
yeah, sounds
okay.
good.
Oh, the
Yeah, well, this was
okay.
all
So
in the
it
van.
pulls up.
Yes. So,
Okay.
long story
Okay.
short,
Yeah, I thought we
basically,
were in the car too.
you guys. It's something I should have assumed, but I said you guys had like 5-6 minutes to do what you needed to do, and you guys were talking, so I didn't want to.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Okay.
It could have started outside of the car and then migrated into the car.
Exactly. Point is that when you try to tell the guy, let's go to the CNC, he's like, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
That's
And then
dope.
you're like, the CNC, I need to go to the CNC on the docks. And he's like, oh, you mean the CNCR?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yes, I can take you there.
What's the R stand for?
It is the...
What's the whole phase?
No.
It is an... I have it right here. I believe it is the Center for Nebula Corrosion Research.
Research.
Okay.
Yes. It's a research facility.
So you guys arrive now. Let's just...
Cool.
You had your conversation.
I hop out and go right.
Okay.
How about left?
All right, the place that you're in is relatively open. So down here on the docks, you're not really subjected to the skyscrapers and the skylines and things like this. And this has a very different feel from the Bay Market, like you had with all the stalls and all the flash and all the stuff. This is very more of an industrial center, where you have a lot of factories, warehouses, things like that. You immediately know where you're going, though, as soon as you pull out, not only because you were dropped off in proximity towards it, but also because surrounding it are the various leftover husks of different spaceships. So you in various stages of dismantlement. That's inside.
So they're researching how the nebula corrodes spaceships.
Well, that's cool.
If only they had some sort of magical map.
That totally wasn't blown up.
So unlike the rest of the city that you guys have been in, this place is run down even worse than the Undercity that you've been a part of.
It was the best
Well,
plan ever.
The buildings themselves are functional. There is refuse all over the place, and a large vagrancy population has cropped up sort of like in between all the different buildings. One thing they seem to have taken advantage of is all of the discarded ship parts. Like sometimes there's entire fuselages that they turn into small shelters and stuff like that. In fact, entire communities have cropped up in these little makeshift airfields where certain vehicles have been dragged around and stuff like that. As you kind of take stock of the place, you see a fenced off, sort of long, very tall warehouse, almost up against the coast. And as you look around, a working girl from a nearby street says, "Hey guys, any of you looking for a good time?"
Kind of.
Not right now.
Is there
You're
like a
busy.
group of people
No.
crowded around looking at something?
That's not what I was talking about.
You don't understand what she was talking about.
I'm
What
gonna
did she-
get the radio back out.
Just go.
No, he's not gonna have it on him. God damn it. Put it back away again.
All right, we'll talk soon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
So there's a lot of like vagrants moving around and stuff.
Yes, sir. None of them seem in a particular state of alarm.
God damn it.
Okay. All right. We'll go looking.
Okay. Well, you see that the CNCR is dead ahead behind the fence, so
Go
you
up
guys
to
can approach that. There's a guard tower there, and you notice a stormtrooper who is sitting under an overhang to avoid the rain. And he appears to be drying or polishing one of his blaster carbines.
Unless he says something to me, I'm walking.
Gate's closed.
I'm gonna rap on the gate, basically.
What do you want?
Called here.
Excuse me?
We're special investigatory unit with Jackie. We were called here. We were at the last scene. Can you please open the gate?
Yeah, and I'm Darth Vader, Lord of the Sith.
Well, you
Check
can-
with him.
Blast off, street scum.
Oh,
It's a
I
nice-
like this man.
It's a nice blaster carbine you got there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's real nice. You know how to shoot it. I hear you guys don't. I hear you're kind of just hot garbage.
You loaded the cartridge backwards.
Bunny. Shove off.
Or what?
We need to get past this gate, sir.
Are you going to?
You-
You're going to
roll
miss
out.
us numerous times.
I move off to the side.
Mhm.
How tall is the? Is it just a gate around?
It's a gate and a fence. So like imagine your standard it's like a chain link fence except that the bar it's chain link with bars instead, and it goes up to like some razor wire at the top and stuff like that.
How tall is it?
It's about 8 feet tall.
Do it.
I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna take the comm back out, put it in my ear. I'm not gonna call Jackie. I'm like, yeah, Jackie, it's us. We're at the gate. The trooper won't let us in. If you want to call Otis and let him know that we won't be able to help you process that information before he arrives.
Do a bluff check or whatever the
Coercion?
no, it's not coercion. There's a deception check, I think.
Deception.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's actually better.
It is going to be a hard check with a setback.
Can I assist him?
Yeah, of course. You can add a boost or whatever.
Boost and setback, please.
There you go.
Roll good.
Wow.
I succeed.
Yeah.
Wow.
You do it.
So that's 3 and 3 there. That's 2 and 2 there. And I succeed with 1 success and nothing else.
All right. Well, just know that if you're criffing with me, you're gonna be shot dead.
We'll take our chances.
Ain't worried
with a
about it.
roll.
He's gonna press a button and the gate's gonna open.
Cool. What kind of... Does the gate open like this or like out?
It rolls.
Alright, I'm gonna like grab the edge of it and kind of push it.
It
Like
doesn't.
it's not
budge.
rolling. Ah, okay.
Sorry,
It's like real heavy
It's an
duty.
It's like a
actual
pneumatic
door gate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, it's probably attached to some kind of chain or gear, and so
Okay.
you can't slide it. Yeah.
Have fun wasting your life.
Alright.
I'm gonna move back over to the
the
party
Put
and
that
go on
comm
with
back.
So you
Fucking
find
hate
yourself in a large
stormtroopers.
open.
I really hope Otis doesn't show up while we're here.
Why? He's not going to be able to hit us anyway. So. I mean, we're good.
So
Alright, let's do this.
outside the facility, it looks like your standard everyday warehouse. It's pretty nondescript as most buildings are, probably because a lot of places don't want attention drawn to them.
Right.
There's several shipping crates around that are probably filled with different ship parts and things like that, and there's some chassis that have been hoisted up as if they're in the middle of being processed and stuff like that. If you look close enough, some of the parts look completely intact. However, some of them look like they have rotted from the inside or burned out or something like that. Some even have been warped, and to the point where their frame no longer is symmetrical and is completely out of whack. As you approach the facility, you also notice that there's a large set of doors, along with a couple like passenger doors or people doors, like walk through, that you would assume that they could probably take a lift through or a speeder through. However, that is bowed in. And
I'm sensing a trap.
Hey, I'm actually gonna go ahead and call Jackie at this point. Hey, where are you?
you get a deadline.
Deadline.
Probably
Yeah.
turned it off.
That's fair.
You could still like leave a message or whatever, but it's the equivalent of someone like it sounds like
Yeah.
someone's phone was turned off.
Alright.
It goes directly to voicemail.
Yes.
Let's find Jackie and get what we need to get the fuck out of here.
Let's head towards the door.
Okay. So you guys enter the facility, and unlike the outside, which had just one ornery little stormtrooper, you see a buzz of activity of white plates and gray uniforms moving around inside. As you enter, none of them immediately seem to react upon you coming in. They all seem to have other things to do, and if anyone is on guard duty, they look at you like you got through the gate. So like,
You must be here for a reason.
I'm not here to shoot anybody from coming in here, so like they don't seem to react too bad. The facility itself is massive, probably more so than you could really get an idea from the outside, probably because as soon as you go in, the ground slopes down to give you another like almost 10 feet down, and you think that this hangar could probably carry a couple of Silhouette 5 ships, dismantled or otherwise. Can make out several other husks that are stacked on top of each other just all over the place as if they've been disassembled, set aside, or set for later processing, things like that. And then just rows of massive Durasteel pylons that climb all the way up to at least 100 meters up into the air. Like, you are thinking, if you've ever seen the inside of the Boeing factory, think of like one of the sites, I guess. You know how it's divided up. It's just it's one of those where you could hold 2 jets up in the air. Yeah. So you can probably tell where the crime happened because of the fact that there's an area of the. It's not really a lobby at this point because you're in the area, but this is a place where people usually are, where there's not machinery. So office spaces, things like that, tables, and you see Chucky sort of over a sheet-covered lump surrounded by stormtroopers and talking officials and stuff like that. There's a lot more activity here than there was in any of the past crime scenes that you've kind of been aware of. It's probably because this is gaining some kind of traction.
Well, this is like an Imperial facility, it looks like.
If you did a knowledge,
I'm
anything?
assuming it's an Imperial facility because of the number of Imperials I see running around.
I'll roll the knowledge.
Okay, I would say education, outer rim, or military.
What's my difficulty?
It's going to be an average check. Warfare, yeah, that's.
You succeed.
I succeed. 1 success.
While you're not exactly educated on the subject, you definitely believe that if this is a facility designated for researching vessels transporting through the nebula, you're pretty sure that the Imperials have an interest in that. And so, if this is a company that is not directly owned by the Imperials, it's probably heavily contracted out to them.
Okay. So I'm gonna act like I'm supposed to be there and just walk up to Jackie.
Okay.
Same.
Could you please roll for me 3 yellows and 2 purples, please?
You have failure with 3 advantage and a triumph.
And a triumph. Okay. I don't know how to do this with a failure yet triumph. I am just going to say that you notice a familiar face moving amongst the crowd outside of Chacky, and you see Agent Akla, the chiss with shaved side and then sort of like the hair back. A very professional crew cut.
That's the one that we ran into in the last scene. That
Yes.
was like, oh, that's what you are, huh?
You guys are messing with Otis. Okay, I can.
You guys are special investigators.
Yes.
Okay.
He
All
appears
right.
to be a part of this group.
We have a rapport with him, though, and he let us do stuff at the last one.
Right.
So let's see what happens. We're walking right up to Jackie, basically.
Okay.
I fade out.
Cool.
I just get to. I look like I'm supposed to be there. I don't even go up to Jackie. I just
Yeah.
kind of start.
You start casing the area.
Yeah,
and stuff
exactly.
Like that. Is there anything in particular you want to start looking at first, or do you just kind of want to get a general
I
picture?
want a
of the
general
area?
picture. Really.
Excellent. Okay, cool. You start working on that. You walk up to Jackie. What do you do?
Jackie.
Same thing? Okay. Excuse me.
You're excused. That grossness.
Aha! So as you guys approach, Chucky is so busy with his work that he doesn't look up until you guys step next to him. And he goes, Oh, good. You guys got my message. You seem to have made it in all right. Good.
Yes.
Still working for a dead man?
Indeed.
Okay, well, good on you. Good on you.
What do we got?
Well, if I had to guess, another Ripper victim. That's a little
Okay.
bit suspect, though.
Why is that?
Well, so you know how we have a theme going here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Person's incapacitated, part of their body is removed, their body's left, and they bleed out, correct?
Yeah.
He's going to peel back the sheet to what is basically meat soup.
Jesus.
Yeah. There's the core parts of a body there. However, it looks like something has literally turned him inside out.
Like, not like skinned or flayed, but like guts on the outside.
Like ripped apart.
What's he missing?
That's what I've been trying to work on. So, by the way, on that note, before I forget, I looked into what you guys said, and oh gosh, there's so much I want to tell you. So, first things first.
I'm the realist.
You had. I think it every time I say it, I'm so glad you catch it. You guys the trends are, you had something that I looked into. Ghost had signs of recent surgery outside of obviously the extrication of his organs. I couldn't find any of that sedative in his lungs, but that's no problem. I didn't check for that until way late into it. However, the figure, or the person, the victim, before that, the spleen, also was a recent surgery person as well, before they had died. They actually, I believe, got a transplant. Now, I'm still picking through the pieces here, but I suspect the lungs are missing. It's the only organ I haven't at least found a piece of yet. Everything else, I can't tell if it's missing or just been obliterated yet. I have to get that under... It's going to take me
You have to get the whole thing to the lab.
Oh my gosh. I'm really backed up.
I'm gonna come and be like Race of the Vic.
Human.
Human, potentially missing
Human
lungs.
male, employee of CNCR.
It's an employee here. Body is pulverized.
Lungs?
Looks kind of like grits.
This looks nothing like grits.
It does not look like grits.
What have I been eating?
Gumbo.
Exact cause of death. Victim is male, human, age 38, and based on what little I can tell...
Count the rings.
No, he had an ID.
ID card.
He had an ID card.
Oh,
first
gotcha.
person who's been able to ID.
He's a corporate guy, so he had some way of identifying.
What corporation?
The CNCR.
CNCR is the corporation?
Yes. The Center for Nebula Corrosion Research.
Does he have employer medical insurance?
That's a really good question. Does he have employer's medical insurance?
I don't know. I've only been looking at the body. I would say death or dismemberment clauses are pretty common in corporations, so there's
Okay.
probably something that might be going back to his family.
Alright.
Starting wage. You got good benefits?
We can look into that.
I'm kind of intrigued by nebulas. I think he died around 2 a.m. this morning.
Okay.
We need to look into who. So,
Access to this facility, do you know anything
No.
about that?
It's supposed to be closed at this time, but apparently he was not supposed to be here.
are there any
Do you know
security
who it-
footage?
Are you guys even over there?
No, we're on comm.
Okay. I'm having a tough time telling if you're trying to ask me a question.
No,
Or if
I'm-
you're trying to ask it through me and Fur.
That's
Okay. Okay. So, do you know anything about access to the facility?
As far as I know, it is key carded. Only people who have identification are able to get through security. We already checked for cameras. It seems like it's a regular thing that at night the cameras are turned off. We suspect that this person was engaged in some nefarious business. Agent Ackler can actually tell you more about that. He's going through his files right now.
Sounds great.
On it.
Somebody want to touch base with Akla for us? Rio, that would be so great.
sure. I'm not doing anything else important.
Just so great.
Hey, Jackie.
Yes.
I'm in need of some topical sedatives and also
The answer is no.
some stimulants.
No.
I'm about to get punched in the face a lot,
Yes.
and I could really use a guy in my
you sound
corner.
a lot like Cleaver right
You have been spending way too much time with Cleaver.
No, see, Cleaver is looking for destructive drugs. I'm looking for things specifically to lift me in a combat scenario.
That's how it starts.
That's
but-
literally what Cleaver used to do.
No, but you don't understand.
No, I don't think you
I think I understand a little more specifically than most people would.
Okay, then I'll just take one of them.
How about you do what you do, and we'll put the pieces back together.
Okay, see, I'm trying to avoid the pieces having to be put back together.
That's gonna happen anyway, man. She's gonna take you apart.
You betting against me?
No. She.
Oh. Made a friend.
Are you?
No.
Yes. Are you ready? Is your comm on?
Yes.
My comm is not on.
No, I'm just getting a big old dose of fur in my ear.
You have fur in your ear.
Have you heard of? Never mind. We'll talk about it later.
Okay. As far as the victim, I would hazard a guess that if this was the Ripper, they were after the lungs. However, this is not the Ripper's usual MO at all.
Oh.
Yeah.
Body has been brutalized. Looks like the victim's... I mean, what's left of him is basically one giant defensive wound. You can look around at the chaos. He tried to put up a fight. I don't know what happened, though. Not yet, anyway.
That's weird.
Lacks finesse. Don't like it.
This seems false lead.
Yeah. Well, there's plenty of scar tissue, so it seems to follow the same suit as somebody who had previously had surgery before
Everything
this.
else screams false lead.
Yeah. Whatever happened here, I think it either went poorly for the Ripper, or this is, as Agent Ackler will tell you, he suspects is perhaps a copycat.
Yeah, but they don't have enough of the details or the ability to finesse or access to the right drug.
As a note, the spleen person was a recent transplant specifically.
Yeah.
So the organs that are being retrieved, there's a good chance were previously given.
Either transplants or artificial. Like the eyes were artificial, weren't they?
Not as far as I could tell.
If they were.
They were transplants.
Oh. Okay.
Yes. Whoever we're dealing with is dealing in organic body parts, which is unusual because of the fact that synthetic body parts are a lot more easy to come across.
No. I could see why they'd want to deal in organic body parts in this way. If an organic body part is donated or harvested in some way, and it's assigned to someone, you know where it came from. If that body part shows back up on the market, it's already been assigned somewhere. The odds of there being a paper trail that's going to lead it to where you're moving it to now might not be there anymore.
So are you saying that the Ripper made a mistake or is covering his tracks? I'm not sure.
I think he's taking them to resell them.
But why these organs specifically then?
Because they were already donated and assigned to someone.
Ask if the transplants happened at a similar time or at different times.
Do you know about the time frame of transplant? Was it
I would
similar?
say it was all within the last year.
All within the last year. Okay.
It'd
I
be-
wonder if they could have come from the same donor.
Or they were done in the same place.
Have all of our victims been human?
Yes.
Racist.
That lends to the same donor theory.
It does. Humans.
I'm gonna look for someone who's not doing their job because the commotion is taking up the space where they would normally do their job, and so they're idle. And I'm going to talk to them about the dude who died.
As far as corporate employees, there are none currently. However, there are Imperial agents and there are stormtroopers around.
Yeah, the building's
This is-
supposed to be closed, right?
This is closed due to the investigation right now.
Okay. There's no employees around.
Yes. Right now, no one has been allowed inside here except for those claiming to have been invited.
Okay. In that case, I will look for points of entry,
Mm-hmm.
and I will look to see if there is tampering anywhere.
Okay. The most obvious thing that you see right away is that the front bay doors have been smashed open. Something caved them inwards. So whatever it is entered from the outside, blew the doors wide open, and has come in and looks like a tornado has gone through here. You find that there's probably a couple other access points, but they're all minor because they expect all of their freighter equipment to be coming through this center row here. Everything else is probably just some walk-through doors. Those don't appear to have any particular amounts of damage. damage. You might find some wear and tear where somebody tried to put bolt cutters to one, but they appear rusted and old or things like that. But no significant signs of ingress from anywhere else.
Okay. I would like to look at where the thing crashed through the stuff to see if any of, like if it left paint behind or left material behind on the thing.
Okay.
If I can determine what went through it.
Okay. Do a average perception check.
Alright, that's one success and one advantage.
Okay, without any specific type of gear to get a really good look, one of the things that you do find, though, is there's some kind of black residue on the door in certain spots. You don't think they're score marks. They seem like congealed in some manner.
Congealed.
So it looks like it was a liquid that's dried.
I will calm that to Rio. That there is congealed something at this location, and then I will just move on.
You found a point of interest.
Yeah. I don't know shit about it, but I'm just drawing attention to it.
Gotcha. So you guys have been talking to Jackie for a while. You specifically went over to Akla.
Well, I went around. I will.
He was going around.
You were going around. I thought someone.
I calmed him and asked him to go to Akla, but whether or not he does is on
Okay. So you have the choice of either going to Akla or anything else in
I'll
the
go
time
to
that they're
Akla.
having the conversation.
That's fine. I'll go to Aqua.
He's going to look up from what he's doing, sort of been focusing on his notes, and he's going to blink for a second and be like, "You're back."
Unfortunately, it seems our paths are just destined to come together.
Yes, or somehow you're getting a little bit of inside help. Anyway, what can I do for you?
So, what's with this guy?
Well, he's dead.
Well, no shit. You don't say.
What's with this guy?
So, I hear you're going through his files.
Yes,
You found anything interesting?
quite a bit actually. This person was involved in some, well, let's just say hostile business practices from within.
With other
I'm not,
corporations?
I believe so. I think he was selling corporate secrets.
Insider
to,
secrets, okay.
Yeah, to other corporations. I'm going through his files now, but his computer's in there. It's unlocked if you guys need to take a look. But there's pretty clear evidence that he was selling research on what they were working on to other corporations. Which, if that's true, there's a pretty high demand for that information.
Is there a common thread
Common thread between.
for the corporation? Like, is there one that he normally sells to, or have you found anything like that?
Looks like he was playing the market a bit,
Figured.
but that's all.
That's
I
where all the money's at.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm still compiling the evidence right now.
Where's the computer again?
It's just in his office right over here.
Cool. Awesome. Well, don't work too hard.
I wish I could keep that promise.
And I'm gonna slink out and go to the computer.
Okay. It has been unlocked and left that way due to the investigation.
All right. I want to pull everything off of it.
Okay. So the files that they have pulled up right now, and probably the most pertinent to what you're looking for, is you see several reports on information that the employee, or at least the last person to access, who you would assume was the employee, was compiling a list of specific information to be packeted and sold.
Does it say to who?
It does not say yet, because the information was still in the process of being packaged up. It has not yet been extracted from the computer. However, you see several case files involving ships out in the nebula. There's a case 95, a case 96, and a case 97.
Cool. I want it all. I want to pull everything off of it.
So, case 95 is a closed account which has the details listing through it. You can probably pull that information probably relatively easy. 96 is a large packet which will probably take some time to download. You get a pretty good idea that this is like all of the compressed files that he was looking to extract from the computer. That will take probably minutes. You can't pull it onto your data pad though. You're going to have to pull it onto a hard drive and take that with you.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm assuming there's something there that he had plugged in.
Yes. That makes sense.
Then I will use whatever he was using to extract it and put it onto whatever he had.
Okay.
The hard drive.
So, you can begin extracting that from the computer. Looks like he was stopped in the middle of this before he could actually do that, which is probably why he can cover his tracks.
Are there any... so I want to set all that to go, and then I want to look around the office.
Okay.
Is there any signs of fight, struggle, any sort of marks, anything in this office that show that the battle started here and left?
Do a perception check. This is going to be an easy.
It's called racket.
Yeah.
Tell me you fail.
Yeah, no, I do it, bro.
Tell me you failed.
That's 2 success and 4 advantage.
Okay.
That sucks so much ass.
Right.
So you're kind of like leaning over the computer, and you're getting this process started, and your hand feels a weird texture. You look at the chair, and it has been abraded, like
Claw.
not claws, but it looks like it has rubbed up against something really hard and fast and caused it to just tear. And so the surface layers of it have been removed. Yeah. However, when you came in, it was just sitting there like
Okay. Fuck it. I'm going to do my reconstructability.
Okay.
I'm gonna make.
Do you want to give a quick describer of what that is?
Okay, yeah. So the reconstructibility that Rio has allows him to roll a hard perception, or I roll hard perception, which allows him to identify any characteristics of a person that was at the scene of a crime or anything within the last 24 hours. So I'm going to reconstruct the scene, as all of our favorite crime dramas love to do.
Sherlock Holmes in it up.
Yeah, Sherlock Holmes.
My personal favorite is Psych.
Oh, yeah.
Bling, 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 bling. Haha, I figured it out.
So I'm going to go ahead and make that roll. here.
Boondock Saints.
Oh man,
Defoe.
Defoe's so good at that.
And I succeed.
The most accurate one, I think, is actually Will. I think his name is Will Graham from Hannibal. He can actually, his empathy is so high, he can actually intellectually become the killer, and he can watch what the killer would do from his own eyes and experience the crime from the criminal's perspective. And he's like, "This is my design." It's all
Cool.
dramatic and stuff.
So 1 success, 2 advantage.
1 success, 2 advantage. Okay, so you begin absorbing the details around you. You start You stop focusing on the little details, and you kind of see everything as if they're various strokes of the same portrait. And you kind of just let it bleed into you, and you just start taking those little pieces of data in streams. You realize that the pattern on the chair corresponds to a scuff mark on the ground, and you believe that the chair actually flew back and fell down, not in any superhuman amount, but as if somebody stood up immediately and sent the chair toppling over behind it, and it scuffed along the concrete.
Okay.
And then you feel that you believe that the person left the room.
So in this office, is there a window? Like if the computer's here and the chair's here, so if I'm at the desk, is there anything that's a viewport or anything like that, or is it just a wall?
It's just a wall, because you're kind of in the heart of it,
Okay.
and you're in a basically a steel box that was made an office.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I'm going to kind of walk backwards and kind of watch, like see the chair, like know it fell, and kind of just walk out of the office.
Yes, so you almost feel like you're following the trail of the figure, and with the sense of urgency that the chair fell over, you think they were running.
Okay, so I'm going to.
So they got up from their seat and booked towards the.
So I'm going to follow the force as it was.
So as soon as you move out, I would like you to make an easy resilience or discipline check.
Okay.
Ooh.
I fail.
As soon as you step out, you think something hits you. Just strikes you hard in the face. And For a second, your ears start to ring, and you kind of lose focus of everywhere around you. It takes you a second to kind of pull back, and when you do, everything is red. Basically, almost like you're bathed in the red light, and you have a ringing in your ears.
Cool.
You start feeling like you're sort of compressed, like you're trapped, like you're panicking a little bit, like something's gone wrong. This is not your usual reconstructions.
Right.
It feels perverse. It feels wrong.
Damn crystal. Hop me up on some drugs. Okay.
But you're able to still continue.
Yeah.
After taking a second to pull yourself out, while everyone else around you is still visible, they feel somehow muted. As if they're not quite on the same frequency as you anymore.
Okay.
You guys can still see him if you guys are curious, and you can see him doing his thing, but he is sort of in another area of thought. It takes you a second, but you realize that the impact that you think that you experienced was a moment of empathy with the victim, and you notice this because there is a fine mist of blood splatter against one of the frames of the doors. So minor that you probably missed it, because you have to like look really close to the change in the tone of the wall. But something hit the victim with enough force, and you follow the blood spatter and the feeling over to the other side of the room, where you see several tables toppled over.
So, okay. So it looks like he probably was thrown, or hit, or he ran. Something like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And then... So yeah, I'm gonna follow it as much as I can to the tables. Is there any... If they're toppled over, any blood, any weapon, anything like that?
Please do an average discipline or resilience check.
Actually, I rolled that first one wrong. Oh, well. Oh, no, I didn't. I don't know. Is one yellow better than two greens? I would say no. That's the hard
Whatever, you did one of one. Let's do one of the other.
Yeah.
Math.
Success
Success. Okay.
with 2 threat.
That feeling sort of throbs in your head, but you're able to be like, no, I'm keeping on this.
Yeah.
And you push forward and you move up to the tables.
Okay.
You find traces of blood inside the table and inside the refuse, and you also see several burn marks. You take a second to look at that. Do an investigation perception average.
I succeed.
Okay. You believe that the scorch marks, in the way that they're lined up, were blaster bolts grazing the upturned tables, and they are coming away from the table. So you get a pretty good indication that the victim was trying to fire wildly
To hit
at
it,
whatever it was.
Okay.
And as you're sitting there, you kind of turn back and trying to get an idea of what's going on, because you think of the way he's firing, it's approaching.
Yeah.
You see a wall of black sort of rolling in like fog.
Okay.
And you're like, that's not what I'm trying to see. You're trying to you try to like mentally swipe it away, but something is like falling over on you, and you're not quite sure how to parse that.
All right. Do I feel anything like
Panic.
So? Okay. Well, I'm going to. Is there anything that's driving me anywhere else?
Yes. So
Because I'm going to run that direction if I'm something is toppling over me and I'm kind of out of it. I'm going to run to wherever I'm feeling I need to go.
Okay. So you instinctually run.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck no.
Yeah.
And you move aside, and you more feel it than you do see it, in the sense that whatever the wall wasn't coming for you.
It was.
But it came over and it swoops over the down figure, who you can tell was desperately, panically trying to shoot at this thing.
Yeah.
And from the amount of shots, he put several out there, and it didn't stop the figure. When you sort of experience the figure being interacted with by the shadow, it sort of coalesces into a big humanoid figure, like bulging figure, like inhumanly large.
Okay.
and it reaches down into the rubble, and his hands are big enough that he can pick up the
skull.
the person
Yeah.
by the neck, and he kind of raises him up and smashes him over where you're standing, which is you find yourself right next to the corpse again, where the corpse lay down.
Were there any? So he's big, almost inhuman. Are
Mhm.
there any discernible features? Anything that I can tell that? So like eyes, ears, stuff like that. Any particular markings?
Weirdly enough, when you try to focus on him, one of the things that points out is that the way that your mind constructs it is that
Yeah.
you take various points like imprint, depth, things like that,
Yeah.
and you can kind of construct that. There is a lot of conflicting information, like why does this leg look like it's shorter than the other? Why is this over here? Why does it look like he was leaning almost entirely on the right? Why does he just like if you were to take the simplest explanation, the figure is deformed. Like it does
He's a
not
monster.
it
Yeah.
does not fit the shape. And one of its arms are much larger than the other, which is what reached down and picked it up and slammed it down.
Hmm.
That's Frankenstein.
Cool.
After a moment, you can see that the figure sort of comes back over to where you're at, and you instinctively step back
Right.
to like not touch it.
Yeah.
And it grabs down into the body, and it just starts to like impale it with something, like several like blades, just
Yeah.
shoves it down there, and then it just opens. There's like almost no resistance, and it just pulls the guy apart. Several moments later, you see a smaller, you almost don't see it in the presence of the other one, a small shadow slip in and just sort of elegantly go in and take something and leave.
Cool.
Well, fuck.
The Ripper has help. Awesome. Does this red fade?
Please do a hard of the same check.
Oh, fucker. I'm gonna go with no dice. That's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Ooh, okay. So you try to push it in further to get details about this figure that comes up, what happens next, and you try to like expand your picture of what you've seen so
Yeah.
far. And the buzzing in your ears becomes intolerable to the point where it actually changes an octave, and in the way that you're hearing it, and it's actually a drone of screams, is what you're hearing. Terrified, panicked, agonizing screams.
Ooh.
And they keep building up to a single crescendo. Frantically, you seem to lose.
What happened earlier? You heard this. You heard
Right.
something like
Well,
that.
yeah.
You seem to lose all focus of the task in hand. You completely almost forget about the corpse for a moment, and these voices seem to be getting closer and closer to you. And that shadow that you noticed before that was indifferent to you,
Yeah.
not the big figure, but the thing that was clinging to the big figure, suddenly seemed to release and start sweeping towards you.
I'm going to.
Shit.
Your
Rio
body-
is going to pull his blaster pistol out and start shaking and start trying to run backwards.
Yeah.
And
Am I
it just
close
like
enough to
this.
him to stop this? If he came
You-
over by the body?
You probably don't realize what's happening with him until he has already drawn a blaster and starts stepping back, and your instinct isn't to immediately tackle him, it's to see what he's pointing at.
Yeah.
You trust him enough to know that if he's pulled a blaster on
Yeah,
something...
I'm gonna turn and see nothing but Imperials, and then I'm gonna turn back and I'm just gonna jump on him, basically.
Okay, so as you back up, and what you're seeing before this happens is the figures in the shadow seem to rise up in some terrifying,
I'm totally going to get shot.
not sapient. They are large, inhuman. I keep saying inhuman, but this is a game with tons of aliens, so that's not what I'm going for. They're monstrosities that you can't make out any distinguishable shape, and they rear at you. Your body feels numb, and also as if shaken by this chilling electricity throughout your body. And for one horrible moment, you're pretty sure you're if not about to be torn apart, you're currently being torn apart by what you're seeing. I would like you to roll a let's do a hard of the same check.
Fucking shot.
Straight wash.
You can't help it. You pull the trigger.
Great.
Your instincts kick in, and you have to take a shot.
I'm good with it.
Take a shot at him.
I'm good with it.
Okay.
I got no defense, bro.
So that's gonna be short, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hit you. That's gonna be 8 points of damage.
Okay. I haven't healed in a while.
The blaster shot smacks you in the shoulder, not enough to kill you, but enough to smart like, what son of a bitch. However, you are so focused on your task because you coiled up your legs and you just springed at him, and that was so muscle memory that you just kept going.
Someone
through
get hit in the shoulder and then probably just hit him with my other shoulder.
You basically just shoulder plow right into him, not with any form of elegance or whatsoever, and you guys tumble to the ground. You are in massive pain, probably not as much as him, but you find yourself staring up into the hollow fluorescent lights.
Rio's gonna pass out.
Okay, Rio passes
Rio's
out.
Put a hand on his chest and basically be like, "Are you?
He's gone.
You're out."
Yeah, I'm out.
Son of a
Rio's
bitch.
out.
The fuck was that?
We need to go.
Pick him up.
The Imperials everywhere have begun to take up ranks and looking around like, what the hell is going on? You know, like someone just pulled a gun and shot. You know, but you're shooting each other, which is why they probably haven't filled you full of holes yet. And they're like, what the hell's going on?
Everything's fine. Flashbacks.
It's the war. It's Nom.
It's the non-flashbacks.
Fur, can you get him?
Why, your shoulder hurt?
Yeah, it does.
Pick him up and
Oh,
throw him on his shoulder.
What a dick.
Hey, Chacky, send us the details when you have them.
Will do. What the hell?
We'll talk about it later.
We'll
man.
talk.
Hey, I could really use those drugs, though.
Okay, no. Come here. So he begins to sort of almost
Also, you give him drugs, but not me. Cool.
pantomime like bandaging you up. But if you look close enough, he seems to be just a little too peaceful about the whole thing. And he's going to do a heal check on you, or one of the force heals on you. Which,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken, is a power
Unless you're
check.
healing a critical, it's just a force check.
Just a force check. Okay, so we're going to do with 3 of the Bo's baddies. And baboom.
Two light, one shaboot.
So it's rank.
I like
plus-
right in the camera, aren't I?
Rank plus willpower. Let me check him. 1 second.
Ranks of medicine plus willpower.
Please
No.
activate your 3D goggles now.
I'm gonna be like off in the corner somewhere where people are paying attention to the other direction. There's people
Spend force to heal him.
Yeah.
Spend
And
force to heal you.
Yeah.
Isn't it like default always 4, but it counts
No,
towards your stim pack?
It's force to heal him,
intellect.
but Braxis's int was a 4,
Okay.
so that's why it was a 4.
Cool. So it's 4 plus the force rating.
No,
Just
just
4?
int. It's just that it's 4
Then
every time.
take 5.
Okay, that works for me.
You do.
That's more than
It's
the
a
points
big
of damage
gesture,
that
my
I took.
brown.
Yeah.
What?
I happen to have just enough fingers on one hand to do that correctly.
Just knock the camera down.
Take 6.
Murr, right in the wound.
All right.
So as you start to feel a whole lot better, you hear a
It's funny 'cause
booming
we have 5
voice
fingers.
suddenly echo off the walls of the facility. What the hell is going on in here?
Great.
You definitely recognize the voice as Agent Otis, and he comes in with a cadre of stormtroopers.
We're gonna sneak out of here?
No, we're not.
Come on, Wookie, do it.
No.
Do
you
it.
No.
can't sneak right now. That is an impossible check with about a dozen
Yeah,
stormtroopers.
that's
We
what
got 4 light die. We can all roll it.
I'm going to make you roll it individually, and if
Yeah.
any of you fail, you all fail.
Yeah, that's how.
Except for him, because he's never been part of the
I'm invisible. Except for fucking Cass over here, who's like, nah, I ain't with them.
So I
I'll hook up with
New
y'all
group,
later.
I'm
Buddhist.
off in the corner and I just like face the other direction and start working on something.
Yeah. That, or you just like hit one of the doors and just walk out.
I start heading towards the exit with Rio on my shoulder.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Hey, you.
I'm leaving.
You're darn right you're leaving.
Yes,
Get
sir.
out of my case area.
Absolutely,
Yes, sir, Commander Otis, sir.
He seems really taken back by how willing you guys are just to
Oh, God damn it, I just did what they wanted.
I was like,
But I couldn't do
did I
it.
just give them what they wanted? Isn't that what I wanted? You can't take this from me.
Yes, we can, and we did. You're gonna think about that later, and you're gonna realize that we took it from you.
So while I assume he's sending people to escort them out,
Yes.
and while everyone's focused on them, I slip around the outside of everything and I go into the room and I grab the hard drive.
Whoa! You do the thing. I'm not even gonna make you roll for it because there is way too much.
I just like slip into the room and I'm just like,
Yep.
just walk
Corporate
out.
espionage right here, bitch.
It is like a brick of a hard drive. Just yep. Okay, we're moving on.
You hear
Yep.
a whisper, get the goo.
Oh, did you say we had to leave? Back.
Get the goo.
I'll just go out another door.
Yeah. So you guys are able to leave pretty easily. Agent Akla actually offers to escort you guys out himself. He says, "Yes, Commander. Let me, or yes, sir. Let me go."
Yeah, he's like a sergeant or something.
He's a
We call him
sergeant.
Commander.
Let me escort them out personally. My apologies, sir. And he takes you guys out. And as you guys approach like the big doors that are blown open and stuff like that, he says, "Unfortunately, it looks like your time is up here. And sadly, as long as there's an Imperial presence here, you probably won't be able to come back. And I'm pretty sure that he's going to be here well past midnight. So, best of luck to you."
I'm pretty sure that he won't find a goddamn thing.
You know what's great is that he's going to be here until midnight.
And we're already done.
We can go anywhere.
What time of day is it?
Let's poop on the
You
ship.
guys,
Where's
probably just about noon.
Noon?
You go find his other crime scene. Fuck up.
He's going to be here till midnight.
I would like to look and
That's
see
what I'm
if there's a directory or anything, or see if I can just visually look around and find
Oh,
a
Not today.
nearby eatery or
You're gonna
bar.
drop him.
No, it's not around this part of town. This isn't really
He's
like.
like, shut up.
This is like work crews show up here to work and then they leave here,
Okay.
or leave here from when they're done.
She gonna-
You wouldn't have to go far to find one though. Probably a few miles.
We'll head.
I owe him one.
I will tell the party that I'm heading
Fucking shot me.
towards a
I didn't
bar,
say anything.
and I will go towards the most residential area, and I will try and find a bar along the way. Basically, what I'm looking for is people who would be working today but aren't working today, and so went to a bar.
Okay.
Let's get him back to the Obsidian Agenda and see if I can get my rifle.
So I'm looking for a bar, and I'm looking for people in that bar who don't look like they would normally be day drinking.
Okay. I'm gonna say that you find a couple people in sort of like engineer gear that are sitting around, probably ranking members, like managers and stuff like that. People who are like waiting. You could probably draw based off of the names on their clothes or things like that that they're from the CNCR, and they're waiting for the Imperials to call on them. More or less.
As I go through, I'll be like, "What was that dude's name again? That died."
The person who had his name was that guy,
Ben Jacobson.
and he's unconscious. I didn't have his name. I didn't look at any of his files. My bad.
Stephen Harambe.
I will look at the files that I stole, and I will try and see if he has his name anywhere.
So I don't want to pick the small details here, but you're looking at a brick. So like you
I have a data pad.
Is his last name Warner?
It's not something we can connect to a data pad.
I mean, you could. It's just
Can't
you
do
know.
that.
Fine. If you're looking for the guy's name, it's Jacques Renard.
Jacques Renard.
Jacques Renard. Yeah. I don't want
People with
to
weird names.
fight you guys on the minutia.
Ghost, Blind Betty, Jacques Renard. It's just weird
Whoa,
named people.
Blind Betty.
You're
Bam,
in
bam,
a
bam.
universe
Amber
where
lamps.
there's
I know.
many
Kit Fisto
millions.
exists.
Hello, Atsy.
I will go to the bar, buy some of these dudes, and I will order a drink.
Okay.
And I will ask them if they work at the place. CNCR.
Yeah.
That is crazy that dude exploded.
Is that exploded?
Oh, he's in massive pieces everywhere.
Jesus Christ.
Did you know him?
Well, yeah, he was the lead researcher.
You don't say.
Exploded. Did you know him just professionally, or did you know him?
Oh, just professionally. He kind of kept to himself.
Did you guys bump uglies?
It seems like he was involved in some shady background stuff.
What are you talking about? How would you know this? Who are
I was
you?
there.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
I was investigating. I don't do anything like super technical. You know, I'm just there to help. I
Okay.
write stuff down. I carry shit for smart people. And,
Well, what did you
know,
find
it's
out?
whatever. Not a ton, but I overheard some stuff.
What did you hear?
I heard that he was involved in some shady shit.
Some shady shit.
Yeah.
There's no
Well, I
one
guess
goes-
you guys don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be sure to bring that up with their superior when I go speak to the stormtroopers next.
There you go. It's just crazy. He was not even supposed to be there.
No,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be off limits during the night. I mean, only people with his level of clearance would be able to get back onto the property like that. But
And 2 years away from retirement.
Was he like a good dude? Was he like a dick?
he was smart.
So
He came up with some interesting theories about the gravitational anomalies that crop up inside the nebula. Fascinating work. I don't know him personally, though. I would say that he's a heavy smoker. He was a loner.
He's like a real heavy smoker.
Yeah.
Lungs.
Am I too close to the camera again?
No.
No,
Okay.
the dog is really close to the tripod.
Okay.
Why you gotta stay?
Just everyone's like leaning back slowly, and I don't know if it's because of a reveal or because I'm like,
Partly it's a reveal.
The killer's obviously a surgeon who was upset that these people have these organs they shouldn't have because they ruined their loved ones.
These people should be dead. Or without this one.
Oh, the spleen's kind of weird.
Don't worry about me. I'm
Split
still
is
dead.
super weird.
Does he have any family or anything that we want to know that he's dead?
if I had access to my files, I could probably come up with an emergency contact or next to kin if you have one.
Hey, will this do something?
Hey, I happen to.
Have to back up the
No.
entirety of this computer.
Unfortunately, our hands are tied until we can get back into the premises.
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm not sure if I want to, if how you describe things are as literal as you
He
said.
exploded.
It's gonna be
Yeah, that's why I got out of there. It
It's
was
gonna
too
cost a
hairy
lot
for
of-
me.
a lot of credits to clean
It's
up.
crazy. I don't know.
Wow.
It's like,
Everywhere.
can't even believe it.
It's just like,
Spontaneous human combustion.
Crazy. The nebula does weird shit.
Does it?
Yeah. All sorts of radiogenic particles, all sorts of gravitational anomalies. everything that we brought in here is inert, but if we brought even a fraction of the nebula back in here in its active state, who knows what that would have done.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. There's a lot of words I don't know.
Okay,
Like,
sorry.
give me layman's terms.
Layman's
what
terms,
would it do?
it has the power to turn a ship into a pretzel, or cause a time dilation, or means time doesn't work the same way for people that are Q affected versus the rest of the universe. It causes solids to melt without any kind of chemical reaction or anything like that. The whole basis of our research is to find out why. Like, where is this all coming from? But it seems like at the molecular level, the nebula seems to randomly construct, reconstruct, disassemble things and affect the very fabric of reality. It's pretty interesting stuff.
That sounds like something someone might find interesting.
Gotcha.
It's,
Sorry, I just, we're sitting on our hands here.
yeah. That seems like the perfect job for this guy.
Yeah.
He's so smart.
It's going to be hard to replace.
I'm surprised that he would be doing shady shit when he's involved in something so interesting.
Yeah, like, what does it even mean, though?
I don't know. It's got to have something to do with money.
Yeah, I mean...
He must have had some serious debts.
I
Be
don't know.
risking all this for something.
Well, I don't know. A
Side.
corporate paycheck for someone of his rank? It's hard to imagine what would have caused him to be in debt that he couldn't pay off.
From what I've heard, being around investigations and stuff, is if it's not a vice, it's usually like medical stuff.
Medical stuff. Well, he had one nasty cough for a while, but he seemed to get better. And then, yeah. I'm sure whatever medical expenses that may have caused, he probably could have afforded it. I'm sure he had medical insurance.
Go through like the company or
Yeah. I mean, we have all a basic coverage plan.
You have a specific doctor, or do you have to just go find one yourself?
Just local. We have a lot of contracts through medical facilities here on the planet.
You got options with something like that? Because in my job, we got one clinic we have to go to. It's a fucking bitch.
There's a couple corporations that are specifically general medical practice, so they have their entire corporation is based on being able to heal the entire body. But if you're looking for something a little more specific, then you could probably find doctors tailored to that.
Sounds nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I better get back before they start missing me.
Yeah, well, if you find out anything else, stop on by. I'll buy you a drink.
Will do.
Yeah.
And I will leave. I'll
Yeah.
pay for my drink and leave.
Neat.
It's fucking hard credits.
It's
But
like
you
credits.
blinded me.
I'm sure you didn't get anything crazy.
No.
Especially you just went to a bar.
It's just called a bar.
Yeah.
B bar.
In fact, it's
Two
just
brothers.
EHBAHR. A bar.
A bar. It's a Canadian bar.
That's an edgy bar.
Give me some protein.
Fuck.
I will go and meet up with the party.
Perfect. So
They
you
were
guys,
just sitting out in the car.
yeah, everyone was just waiting with that van that you were extra spicy with, and
Probably gonna draw on Rio's face.
What are you gonna draw on his face with?
A marker.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
you picked one up while you were there and just made doodles on the wall as you were just kind of gotten bored.
Everyone had some sort of writing utensil, and then Fur was just like drawing stuff on his hand when
pantomiming, but like really into it.
someone would say something that he didn't understand, and everyone would start writing. He's just like writing on his hand. It's like,
I'm looking like I'm supposed to be here.
I'm a Wookiee scientist. God damn it.
Yep.
I'm gonna write demon on his forehead.
the fuck?
That's intense.
This shit's dark, yo.
Yeah. Well, that's about 10:21 at this point, so I think that's a pretty reasonable place that we can call it for today.
Hey.
Yeah, it's a
For
good
sure.
spot.
Yeah, definitely. Hope you guys had
Just a
fun.
little bit.
Hope you people that couldn't chat with us, if you watched, also had fun. We again apologize for the lack of chat, but that was not us. That was the actual.
Yeah, everyone knows that Twitch is at this.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, so sorry about that. Otherwise,
Interesting.
We appreciate you hanging out with us, even though
oh
we
man,
couldn't chat
so
with you.
much.
Our next stream is next Tuesday,
Yeah,
Yes,
next
the
Tuesday
25th.
back to our
4:30.
4:30 D&Ds.
Yes.
Brought to you by Robert.
If you missed the first episode of Hunt for the Ripper, it'll be on YouTube tomorrow, as well as the second episode will be on VOD if you came in late and you wanted to catch up. Other than that, follow us on our social medias up at the top left. We post some dank memes and also some usually decent content, maybe. Yeah, we appreciate you guys hanging out. I think that's going to be about it from us.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks again.
Yeah, thank you.
TTFN.
And post.